Alright, hello. I wake up from big nap, and I look at my friends. I'm stealing from the DM. I assume that he wanted to actually be the one who did the, welcome back into the game introduction.
Okay, you can keep
My
going.
bad. No.
You want to give us a recap of what happened last time in that?
So,
previously on Arrested Development.
On last episode of Dungeons and Dragons, we fought lots of Dryad, and they did not respond kindly to Greg's advances. They were not so keen. And we hung out with Drez's clan. They told me where to find Gorlar.
I sang a
We're going to find
song.
Gorlar. That's all I remember.
What? You guys don't remember the lockpicking song that got Skitter into the barnacled Buccaneers lair?
I really do tend to live more moment to moment. I do not have notepad where I take down note of game. So for that, apologies. But I respect you for your pen writing literacy.
I didn't write that one down.
What? She is bard, therefore she writes poem, therefore she writes everything.
No, more like I have to commit everything
Take
to memory
note, Keith.
because,
this is how you get into character.
when you're
and
a
then
teller of
possibly never leave.
tales.
Never leave.
What were you saying, Shill?
I was just saying that when you're a teller of tales, you have to commit things to memory.
Shill, tell me what his favorite story.
No, we don't
Wait.
want to go down this rabbit hole.
In
We really don't.
In universe
Hey
or
everyone,
outside
in
the universe?
character.
Welcome back to Grave of Man. Last episode.
Just ask Shell to tell a story.
Yeah, we're not doing that. We're not getting there.
Trap.
We are gonna have to tell our stories
Yeah.
soon.
Yeah. So you guys, last thing that happened after fighting the Dryads, Keith's chieftain had given you guys some snacks, and more or less suggested very heavily that you sit your wounded asses down and rest for a while. And so you did. And as you're sitting there, Skitter, kind of nervously sitting on the other side of the non-existent campfire, is like, so I'm part of the group now, right? You guys
Yes,
are
of
a
course.
group, right?
That Lord of the Rings
You're a
music
true
is...
friend, little kobold Lynn.
So who are you guys? How did you meet? Like, why are you here? I kind of would like to know who my new, Jesus, that's a big fire.
It's getting bigger too.
I am sorry, I like to be very warm.
Okay.
Oh, your fur wasn't sufficient?
No, because it got very wet earlier, and just, I know it did not like to... It did not do a very good job of keeping me warm. It did very great job of making me smell like awful, but it did very poor job of keeping warm. So, you wish to know story of Greg. Let
yeah,
me
that'd
tell
be
you.
nice.
Alright. I come from very, very modest family. My mother, she was a clerk. My dad was blacksmith. I joined the Holy Order very, very young and trained myself up to be master weaponsmith, where I longed for adventure, and I did not want to settle for provincial life. So, I took hammer from my dad's workshop, and I swung it around, and I got very big and very strong. And then I went on quest to try and kill demon that was terrorizing farmland. And then, on my way, I ran into Gorlar. He is asshole.
And Gorlar, wasn't he Skitter's master?
I mean, master's kind of a bit of an exaggeration.
No. I understand you, Skitter. You know cardinal rule number 1. Don't fuck with Greg. Rule number 2.
Greg says while getting way too close to Skitter.
Rule number
Surprisingly,
2.
Skitter has become fairly accustomed to this and doesn't seem terribly phased.
Rule number 2. Believe in self. Rule number 3, and this applies to everyone here. Don't fuck with Greg.
Don't need
Greg
to ask
has a
me.
verbose vocabulary.
Well, what can I say? I tried to read many books.
Now, if we aren't imposing, how precisely did Gorlar prove himself to be a asshole to you?
He killed me.
What?
Yes.
How were you revived?
I don't know.
He got better.
You see, when I try to remember this part of who I am, I get headache. I can't see straight. I get really pissed off. Greg starts like shaking a little bit.
Foaming at the mouth.
I don't understand what happened.
Can I-
Gets
When I
frothy.
think of this, I see Golar's face, and I just want to smash it into ground and smash it into pieces.
Skitter's like covering his face.
Is this perhaps magical in nature? Did something enchant you so that when you were revived, you would have no memory of the
I
incident?
wish I knew.
It's
It's very confusing. I get a very big headache, and I can't see straight. Please, no more questions. You can ask about other thing, but not that.
all right. So, has this been your quest ever since? Did you leave your family behind and?
I took oath of vengeance. When I came to, I swore to myself that I would not rest until Gorlar did. And then when I found out he was traveling through here, I immediately came as quick as I could. I was searching for him. I went from town to town and I asked, "Hey, have you seen this jackass?" And most people said no. Most people said, "Hey, big bear man, go away, you're scary as hell." So it took a long time. It was very difficult to get people talk. But eventually I found my way here.
All right.
What about you, little songstress? Not exactly
Oh.
gonna have lots of a big audience around here, huh?
Oh
Yeah.
yes. I always enjoy having an audience. Let's see.
Okay, but why? Who are you gonna play for at the bottom of cave?
What? Wait, what? How did I get to the cave? Is that what you're asking? Wait, what? What?
I'm just asking if you like to perform for people. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to go down to the bottom of Lake Cave Town.
Well, just as you were caught in the deluge that brought you down into the depths, I was as well, but I suppose I should start from the beginning as well. So, as you have probably observed, I am a Triton. Triton are sea dwellers that perpetually wage war against the Leviathans and creatures of the depths. The abyssal realm actually has a tear betwixt the planes that allows creatures from the plane of water into this existence. And if we did nothing, all the lands would be covered in an endless ocean, and all life would be drowned except for that which is akin to mine.
Wow. Thanks.
Yeah. Yes. So, unfortunately, we do not come often to the shore. I suppose you could call us akin to sea elves, though not quite. You see, we are a proud people and feel that we are often not appreciated. I mean, we do keep the Leviathans at bay, but I suppose our isolationism makes us rather obscure to the land dwellers. But on very rare occasions, there'll be those like myself who decide to take up the scholarly pursuit of studying the land dwellers and spreading the word. But unfortunately, I left my people after my father disappeared. You see,
Oh,
my
no.
mother was a high priestess and was quite instrumental in keeping the Leviathans at bay and our soldiers healed. My father, however, was always a figure of mystery. You see, he was a warlock, and even today I do not yet know what manner of creature created a pact with him, but it was potentially something dark and nefarious, which perhaps led to his desertion of my people. So I decided that since we could no longer find him in the sea, that I should take to the land to continue my search. And in doing so, found that there are actually quite a number of intriguing artifacts and treasures on the land. Some that would perhaps benefit my people and our fight against the
that
Leviathans.
explains it.
Yes. So, if I seem to be a little bit of a kleptomaniac when it comes to interesting trinkets and artifacts, then yes.
Uh-huh. Just little.
Yes, indeed. So, while...
So what this deal with you and the water? Do you need to drink every 5 hours, or like how do you stay not dead?
Actually, we can breathe on both land and within the water. I suppose in that regard we're somewhat amphibious, even though we take more after fish. Obviously I'm bipedal, otherwise I wouldn't be able to walk around like all of you. Actually, I'm fairly self-sufficient on land. I mean, it would be nice to go for a dip every now and then. I mean, you don't want these to get brittle. I sort of pluck at my thin hair.
Very interesting.
So
I've
how many
never met-
landlubbers did you talk to before you started calling yourself a sea elf?
Yeah, really, wouldn't she just call herself not sea elf?
That's like a whole other complex to work out.
Well, unfortunately, when it seems as though the elves themselves haven't they disappeared as well?
Oh yeah, the elves are gone.
You see, unfortunately,
Wander hates pretty raises. Die.
Unfortunately,
Well, look at us.
I'm glorious.
Yeah, yes. Unfortunately, with interacting with the races of the land, the closest approximation that they could come to describing my kind
Is an extinct race?
yes. But one that they're more familiar with. I mean, as I said, my people are quite isolationist and live in the depths and rarely ever interact with land dwellers because we're fending off the abyssal creatures for them. Yes.
Yeah, right. That's why I tell everyone I'm a dragon.
No, but I will correct people. I am, in fact, Triton.
This is very interesting. How long have you been living on land?
Only for a couple months now.
I see.
I have been able to work out a deal of sorts with the Tabaxi. You see, they're quite, eclectic and like their rare, goods and artifacts as well. And they actually have their own scouts to investigate ruins and other realms, and should they come across any thing pertaining to my father, they're to report back to me as well. And in return, I help them acquire interesting trinkets.
Very interesting. So, when did you learn to make music? Your mother was, you said, high priestess,
Oh yes, and
your
they were
father
actually,
was question mark. So
a warlock.
did you just? Yes, but
Well, you
yes.
see, amongst my people, there's a group referred to as the Sirens. And the Sirens are songstresses of the sea. And they can use their song to both harm and heal. And this my mother taught to me.
That's very nice. What about you, little lizard?
I went from not knowing what I'm doing here to having even less idea what I'm doing here.
Well, how did you become a druid?
Still in progress, really? You haven't exactly seen me turn into a wolf yet.
No.
You can do
is true.
that? You can become little puppy?
Hypothetically?
Well, let's see it.
So I was baffled when I saw my chieftain here, because if I'm sent on a mission, that means that it's fruitless.
You
I
need
don't
to
have
work on
some dramatic-
self-confidence.
Skitter
I
is
don't-
nodding sagely.
I don't have a dramatic story. I don't have a destiny. I'm the guy that fucks up jobs, and they send me on the ones that don't matter.
Oh.
But apparently this is the exception because my chieftain's here, and I have no idea what that means.
Well, why didn't you ask him?
Because I've never talked to him before.
Understandable. Me neither.
How does a lizard folk clan function then?
Everyone's just gonna keep to themselves, apparently.
Skitter kind of just pipes up and is like, well, he said Bright Claw, right? There's thousands of them. It's not that surprising.
Oh, so you have
Thousands?
brother and sister?
I mean, I
Couple
don't.
hundred, I assume?
Dress is just staring into the fire. He's gone.
Vietnam flashbacks.
For Dress, Vietnam was childhood.
He crack out of egg, and just there's all these buddies nearby, and they're trying to eat him, and he's just like, no, not today. But then they did. They bit off his leg and tail, but he a little skink, so he just was a, and then he had no tail again. He was cool with it, right?
Wait, they're actually regenerative?
No.
How does your world work?
Well, let me ask you. If I chop off your tail, does it grow back?
I would have questions if I thought I'd get answers.
That does. Oh, we'll figure that out later. But I'm very curious. I want to see it happen. All right.
Concerning. Concerning.
I'm mulling over the prospect of
So
my
concerning.
compatriots hacking limbs off each other just to see if they can grow back. And it's like, oh no.
What? I am very complicated man. I have lots of mixed emotions. Sometimes I want to like read book and pray, and sometimes I want to tear from limb.
Someone put up with you long enough to train you.
I didn't always used to be like this, I think. It's very hard to know.
Until you took
Probably
a
depends
Geknu
on
to the Greg.
Alright.
So, I guess that was nice. Skitter's like, not sure if he asked the right question here.
Well, take it for what it is, my friend. You got to... sometimes your companions choose you, and sometimes you're chosen by companions.
Yeah, kind of got that part.
So, little lizard man, tell me, if there's some Blightclaw, do you have kids? Do you have family?
Okay, we've been saying Bright Claw and Blight Claw, and I'm confused.
It's
I've been
it's
saying
Blight.
Blightclaw. If
Okay.
you misheard, that's because I'm speaking.
No, I think it was Shell earlier or something.
Oh, okay, yeah. Maybe I said Bright Claw.
It says Blightclaw at the bottom of page.
Okay.
I can see it upon fourth wall.
Light.
Floating in sky.
Underneath small picture of your face, which doesn't match the same picture by the doodle of campfire, if I may say so. Do you wear glasses or not? Tell me. I must know.
we really don't have avatars on the board that match our characters. We should really like cut out the heads or something.
I'll get working on that for next time.
Well, he technically has the heads done and
jeez.
everything. It's
Yeah.
just they'd be really hard to see.
I just realized
and-
we're expecting people to understand the correlation between wolfman and bird, and like fish person and purple robot.
We'll get that working for next time.
There is my new face. I do that in character, by the way. I do just start doodling in
That doesn't
dirt,
even make
like
sense.
picture of self.
All right.
I stare at the picture that I drew, and then get really mad, and then like wipe over it with dust. And I say, sometimes I look at own
Nice.
visage, and I get very angry, and I don't know why.
Hmm.
I imagine that Alaren and I are just kind of staring off, befuddled. Just
Shell's
the
character's
random
name again?
actions of
Alaren.
Craig.
Craig.
It does not appear at the bottom of page. I will try to remember.
Sorry. I can change
Is it? What is it? Alaren? Is that how it pronounce?
Alaren.
Alaren.
Yes.
It's like an intentional mispronunciation. Just gets more exotic
Gross.
every time you say it.
Eventually, he's just
Alarin.
rolling R's until he can't roll R's anymore.
Skitter. You come from Spanish background, yes, Skitter?
Also, I know what Spanish is.
What's a Spanish?
Is okay.
Okay. So,
When I see you, I see a person who's very conflicted about their own identity, and that makes me feel better about myself. I don't know why.
Hmm.
It
That's
feels like we're
good.
gonna find out that that bird died in London and then woke up here. Like it's just
Or
so I keep saying things that don't make sense.
This universe. There's the next one. When my character dies and I get a new character, they're gonna be.
Oh no!
They're gonna
God.
be like.
What's the next
Mickey
worst
the
voice that he can
chimney
reuse?
sweep.
Jesus Christ!
Woo! Okay.
We got this character
So-
for the whole campaign.
as you guys are talking, the fire that you managed to spring out of existence is kind of
Petering out.
Yeah, it's starting to peter out a little bit. You know, there's like maybe a little bit left, just that little bit. It's like a squiggle fire.
That's a
Whoa.
signal as good as any. So we have one building left yet to investigate. Otherwise, the path is open.
Well, I see no reason not to turn over every stone, because what if Goyle are in that building?
True,
The smell is one reason.
Hmm.
Or there
Yes,
could be an
it-
exceptional treasure there.
I think I'm gonna
Yes.
forget what air feels like.
What? You live in the swamp. You don't like dank? We're in a cave. You can't get danker than this.
Swamps are open air. It kind of vents the dead stuff.
It
I
is
go over
true.
and I grab like handful of mud from wall, and I say like, "It's mud. You like mud?" Wait, friend. I have mud. No.
All right.
All right, let's go look at the building.
Okay.
But I knock.
So, let's see. I've drawn this building slightly wrong, I believe. There's actually a doorway over there too.
Oh, the door's over
There
here.
are two doors that you guys have available. Yep, you got two doors you have available. You are going to You're gonna knock? Which one are you gonna knock on, Bird? The big door or the small door?
Well, hold on. If we have 2 doors available, do we want to split up or do we want to all go into one door?
I mean, we could confuse whatever lies within if we have a 2-pronged assault.
Yes, that's what I think.
What is that square?
That's me trying to delete the smaller square.
No.
It didn't work.
All right, so we shall both knock on the count of 3.
Alright, I like Flynn. Greg's
1,
ears perk up.
2, 3. Knock, knock,
Okay,
knock, knock.
so you both knock on the door. And Shell, specifically for you, roll a perception check.
Okay.
I guess Bird, you too.
Skills and perception. Only a 12.
I should probably pull up Skitter's character sheet before we go too far.
I forgot where everything was.
There
There
we
we go.
Oop.
Oh, that was bad.
Okay, so Bird, you rolled a ooh, yeah, Bird, you don't hear shit. In fact, you're not even sure if you heard yourself knock. Yeah, you've heard better. Anyway, so Shell, you rolled a 12?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you don't hear much, but that's okay, because moments after you knock on the door, it opens. Let me shift things around for a bit. I gotta, there we go. Okay, so the door opens, and let me Shanghai you guys over to the interior so you can kind of see. Let's see. So I'm gonna hide
Is Shanghai a verb
this
now?
area.
Yes.
It is, yeah.
It means,
it means
to kidnap.
Yep.
Oh, that's really unfortunate for everyone who lives there.
Okay.
I've never heard that before.
Really? That's very interesting.
Yeah.
Shanghai is a very old term.
Okay, so the door
Okay,
opens.
we can
but-
see
Okay.
interior.
Who
So,
opened
Shell,
it?
you give me a second. I have to drag
Oh,
you
you,
guys
like-
around. I have to populate. So there's a 1,
It's a term for literally forcing people to be a part of the crew of a ship
There's
against their will.
2, and then there's a 3rd.
More creepy
So,
crawlies.
So on the other side of the door is a zombie, or a drowned-looking dude. I've been calling them drowned ones, if you guys want to go with that term. Now, not pictured here is his metal helmet, his chainmail, and his tabard. He looks like he kind of belongs in some kind of military group. And he looks at you, and, you know, the mushy gears in his head are turning a bit, and then he's like, hello?
Ah?
What
What?
seems to be the problem?
You can talk?
Of course I can talk. Why couldn't I talk?
Well, unfortunately, it seems like most of the inhabitants of this place have long passed.
What do you mean, long past?
As
They're
in
dead.
died?
They're dead. He, like, kind of perks up a little bit. And he turns back to his 2 other friends. Shell, you can see them in the back, and he's like, oh, give me a second. Gotta grab names here. I've got a list of NPCs. Okay. Nope, that's... Okay. Oxley, did you hear that? These people think everyone's dead. Oxley in the back. He doesn't have a jaw. Oxley goes, and he's kind of like clutching his gut. He's laughing at you.
Yeah, you got us. No dead here.
So, if you're done joking around, say you got an actual problem, or can I get back to my game of cards? There's like a wet looking game of cards, like maybe there's like 5 total on the table.
So you really do not recall a flood?
I mean, it's floods all the time down here. Just, you know,
Hey,
stay away from the bank and it's not a problem.
what game are you playing?
Uh,
Is it Go Fish?
Oxley laughs.
Oh, he got it! He got it! I slap Drez on the back and say like, hey, he got it. Yeah? You get it? You get it?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, she's a fish.
Okay.
You're right. You're racist.
Oh. He starts to ponder a little bit.
Yeah, I thought that it was in reference to like water and flooding, not to me per se.
And now that
Sort
he's
of-
buffering, maybe we need to go before they learn what's going on.
Oh, no,
Well,
they're friends.
I really
they're-
don't think they need to learn anything now.
So tell me, what were you doing before you, continued to be alive?
He gives you like a long look. His eyes are kind of droopy, literally. He's like, "Oh, this. Are you serious? This is the Lake District guardhouse. I'm a guard, you ninny."
And
Oh.
what did you typically guard against?
Do you only guard the inside of the guardhouse?
No, we go outside. I mean,
When was the last time you went outside?
it's not my it's not my shift. I don't need to. If
When
you
was
see
last shift?
if you see Arc Bob out there, tell him he's late. We need him for Go Fish.
Oh yeah, I remember that guy. I thought they killed, not kill. He alive. He's last I saw, very alive.
Good. If you see him, tell him we need him back. It's time for Owen to trade out with him, but he hasn't been back for a while.
What is this building attached to? This is guardhouse, yes?
It's all the guardhouse. That's the guard armory, and then the guard barracks.
Oh. Are there
Have you-
more of you?
Have you never
living-
Have you never been to Zagnoth before?
No.
No.
Freaking Turris, he closed the door on you.
Wait.
Well, that was about the best way that could have ended. Lights off on that building.
They're convinced that they're not dead. How-
Yeah, that's hella weird.
How can
You're
that-
welcome to try to talk to them if you want them to realize they're dead and then attack you, which is pretty much the only way that goes.
That is true. And they said there was an armory affixed to this. Might have useful things in there, but I wouldn't want to incur their wrath.
Oh no, incur their wrath. What, we walk 15 feet faster than them? That doesn't... Oh, whatever. I go and knock.
He thinks
Okay.
feet are at speed.
Okay. So, Bird, roll a perception check.
Again? Okay.
Let me hide.
Yeah.
Okay. So, after a moment, you hear noises from inside, and then the door opens. It's a big door this time. There's two. And you see you see Oxley without his jaw, and he's opened the door, and he's got Oin and the other guard that you haven't heard the name of yet. And they're all standing there looking very kind of offended, and Oxley is like, he doesn't. He looks a little bit less mirthful now. He looks
Is
kind
he
of
like
pissed
a
off.
billion years old?
We just did the
He
equivalent
doesn't
of
have a
knocking on
jaw.
a front door, then going around the house, knocking on the back door.
You guys are effectively medieval ding dong ditching them without the ditching part.
Offer them cookies!
Cookies?
Hey.
I don't want a Greg Nugget.
I'm sorry. I just shut the door on them. Okay, guys. We have problem. I mean, we had problem before, but we have same problem.
I mean, will they degrade into a state of zombification akin to those that we've encountered prior? I mean, even the Admiral had succumbed to the degenerate
they're basically already there, right?
I mean, that's the logical conclusion.
So, can I use Sense Undead? Will it penetrate the walls?
You can sense them within 30 feet.
So I could can I get a good sense of, like...
Where they are?
Just where all of them are.
I just saw
See
them
if
run
there's
through the
more than
walls.
just three.
Oh, you did? Well,
Yeah.
Don't say that, Keith.
It's just really funny watching them run through the wall, like, sneaky, sneaky.
I didn't realize you guys could see. Okay, now you can't see shit. You're all struck
Like
by sudden blindness. Alright. So you can see stuff again.
It's like having a camera clip through a wall in a game. You're like, oh, that room's full of people.
Alright. So I use I press my nose against door and take big sniff to see if I can find undead.
Okay, do you have the exact wording on it? Because I only know kind of what it does.
I can look I do have it. Let me see. Sense. What is it? Dead sense? Is that what it's called?
Yeah,
you know what? I'm gonna play Divine. What the hell is it called?
What are you doing?
I think that we should...
I'm looking at myself to see if I can figure out what I can do. God damn it.
Okay.
Everything you say makes more sense every time.
Okay, so the ability
Divine
is called
Sense.
Divine Sense.
Oh, that's just only to find.
Okay.
Oh, right. Sense Undead was spell, which I didn't
No,
take.
no, no, no,
Never
no.
mind.
Divine Sense is it. It lets you search for undead, and you will... Okay, so until the end of your next turn, you know the location of any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet of you.
It's 60 feet, yep.
Oh, that is not behind total cover. So it's...
Okay,
not
so
useful.
it will not be
So you
used.
don't. Okay.
Well, door smells really bad, I can tell you that much. Alright, so... Well, as much as I like those guys, they're kind of jerk. So I wouldn't feel too bad killing them. Plus they're undead. And,
Well-
you know, we paladins really hate those guys.
One thing I would like to bring to
You're
their
a
attention
paladin?
is the illicit conduct of the shopkeep, who is still alive, mind you, albeit gutless.
What about them?
Well, he was a trader of slaves, essentially. And
Oh, yeah.
now he's back in the tunnels where the ogre attacked us. No doubt the thing that had kept all of those poor people in check. Also, they may be our only clue into discovering who precisely those wizards were.
So you want to go find that guy?
I want
But-
them to aid us in finding that guy, or at least bringing him to undead justice.
We know where he is. He's in a cave.
Oh yeah, we
Yes.
can. I have great plan.
That's
They would
charted
have
territory.
insight.
I have great plan. I knock on door.
It was Joe and who was the shopkeep? Because I have
Burke.
Burke. Because I have the itinerary or whatever it was that was sitting on his desk.
Ledger.
The ledger. Yes.
Okay.
You pocketed his smut?
He knocked on the door.
Yes.
Okay.
So you knock on the door again. You hit this time. You don't need a perception check. Ah, shit. 1 second. I'll be right back. I pressed the back button on my mouse. And suddenly I
On my
was,
mouth.
Yeah. Suddenly I was not looking at the page anymore, and it was very confusing. Okay. Anyway, so after a moment, I might as well describe it while we go. You hear an audible sighing. He is like actively just like. And after a moment, you see. Reveal area. So both doors get thrown open this time, and we've got all three guards once again. Though they have their weapons this time. They look noticeably ticked off. And so, what do you want?
I am here
says
to
the lead guy.
report crime.
Oh, good. You got any, proof? Or are you just pulling my leg off again?
Actually, we do, in fact. You see, when we were at the inn, it was the inn, right? Rather than the shop.
Yeah.
We came across a shifty-looking fellow, and he happened to flee through a secret door that led to a chamber that had the corpses of several individuals in it, including one that was potentially a wizard.
His eyebrows are going up and they're kind of tearing a little.
Yeah.
But he actually seems he seems interested and is like, do you have this proof?
Yes, here is the innkeeper's ledger. He and his associate, the chef, had been smuggling people into the town. And there was some transaction involving what was it, Torlin?
Yeah. Okay, so he's gonna take it and read it. I have to write it down a note. I didn't actually write down Torlin's name last time. I was hoping one of you guys would remember.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's an NPC for later. Anyway, oops, wrong one. So he reads it. He reads it again. He passes it to Oxley, who goes, and then the three of them effectively just push past you, running off in like super official guardsmen.
Holy crap.
Like
How they
they're
move?
actually on a mission, and then they disappear into the shop, and you don't see them again.
Alright, let's go into armory.
Okay.
Guys! I mean, okay. Be quick about it.
I mean, they weren't going that fast. They were going fast for people that have partially non-functional limbs.
You're going
But-
to tell me that there is treasure in this armory and you're not gonna get it? You want to be in here built more than I do. Come on. There could be shiny trinkets.
It's just an armory, though. My one concern is that they'll return and find us pilfering this. I mean,
So what? They're undead. I'll sit them with hammer.
that is true. They are not yet beyond reasoning, unlike their admiral and others.
Okay, as you're like kind of wishy-washing outside, Skitter like bungs open a barrel and he's like, "Hey guys, I found food!" And he's got like a ton of rations in his arms.
Is it
I thought
it-
you were gonna say rats.
is it still edible?
It looks edible. He like shoves one in his face and eats it. He's like, "Yep, it's good."
Oh, well, the undead will have no need of that. Surely.
Yeah, he's got a lot of food on him. I need to write this down because now he's got something that actually, yeah.
Hey,
Congratulations,
food is food. I mean, that's not really that impressive.
you have
Tell
successfully
me,
corrupted a youth.
tell me when you find... Tell me... Well, he's stealing from undead. It's fine. But, why don't you write home to mother when you find, like, holy sword of truth and justice?
Okay, I can look for that. He starts
Yeah,
rummaging through the barrels again.
A holy sword.
Well, he finds a sword.
that
It looks
does sound
fancy.
tempting.
Hey! Well,
I do have
that's so
fancy
weird that you
rapier,
found
though.
a sword in the armory. Wow, who could have seen that coming? Ellerin?
I'm starting to grit my teeth a little bit. Like, I already have a scimitar that I can't use and will probably sell in town. And I do have my fancy rapier that I acquired
Oh
from
man,
the
look at
shopkeep.
this sword scabbard. It's so cool.
Mm.
Is this sapphire embedded in the scabbard of sword?
Sapphires.
Oh no, it's not. It's a
Ah,
piece of crap.
It is Jolly Rancher.
It was stuck to fur. I got confused. I was eating earlier from ration.
In all seriousness, though, it's another one of those weapons with the same like design as the scimitar and the rapier, and it looks actually pretty swank. No sapphires, but it's a swanky longsword.
I would like to discover who the creator of these.
Too bad
These
I put it in my
weapons are-
inventory.
Aw.
You find your own goblin kobold have him open up things for you, and then you take his treasure.
You
Wait,
slip it
when
into
did
your
he
fur
become
holding.
yours?
You didn't believe in him. I believe in him.
I was the one that spared him.
Yes, but I've been building up his self-confidence and esteem. Isn't that right,
And
Skitter?
I aided
I
him in
extended
that by
gigantic high
singing
five
a
bigger
song
than
of
his face.
inspiration to
He
him.
high fives back.
I feel like we're missing the important thing here, which is that their food's still good, but they're all that far gone.
Well, I mean, these are like dried meats, and this barrel is watertight, so it's not that surprising. Skitter's like popping open barrel after barrel. After a moment, you see him like grab some studded leather and put it on.
He doubles in weight instantly.
All right, I'll look around for something that. But I'm so worried about them coming back. I do want to see what they're up to. Oh,
I leave. I
I'll look
stand
for
in
one.
front of the doors and I pull my morning star out.
aw, thank you. Okay, what's good around here?
Okay, so you're gonna try and loot the room? So this room is covered in weapons and armor. Most of it is fairly regular looking stuff. You know, it's got like great axes, great swords. Nothing like terribly expensive looking. There is another... what's the other weapon? Crossbow that looks rather fancy. But that's the extent of the loot that you find. That actually is notable.
A crossbow.
Would you say that like great axe or great sword is better than morning star?
You're not going to be able to use a shield with it, but it would do more damage, yeah.
Now, can bards use crossbows? I don't
It
believe
might
they
be worth
can.
it for you, Bird. If you're going
I
great weapon
can.
fighting.
I will just take just a hiv.
Okay.
I'll take a great axe.
Are there
Okay.
rooms over this way that we can't investigate?
Yeah, so if you see those like little rectangles, those are doors. So this here,
That over here.
yeah, that's a door, and then this here, this is a door, and this is a door.
Well, that was just sort of their sitting room with the cards.
Yeah.
So, let's see. I suppose we'll look in the other door.
Okay, so you open the door, and you are immediately met with a box. There's a big box in the way.
Oh.
Some idiot kind of blocked the door.
But as far as we knew, there weren't any other exits. So they would have blocked themselves in. Huh.
You can knock and
box
find
heavy?
out.
Knock on a box?
Skitter knocks on the box. Nope, nothing. After a minute later.
Maybe one of them realized what they were becoming.
You can kind of see into the room.
Oh.
There's like a
Look around the
little
box.
bit. If you like kind of pop your head in and like squish it against the box, there's stuff there. You just can't you can't see very well.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't believe I have the strength to move this box. I mean, how much would it require to push it?
Only one
it's-
way to find out.
Yeah. I can't just tell you, like, it's gonna require 17 strength to move.
No, that's true. That's true. Okay. So, would that just be a strength stat?
Well, it's a strength check.
Okay.
So if you want to try and squish it, shove it out of the way.
Think.
Bink.
Well, you managed to shove the box.
Okay.
Let's see. Give me a second. Draw shape. Okay, so now the box is like kind of here, and the barrels have like shoved, but you can't move it anymore.
Okay. And what's
But-
around the corner?
There's nothing. You have made a little gap that you can now stand in, but it's stuck.
Oh my god, it's like a box moving game.
Oh. Wait,
Just
that was the
created a
extent of
dead
the room.
end.
I was going to push it forward, not to the side.
There's no forward. Oh, you pushed it against the wall? Well, you couldn't.
Oh.
There's only one direction you could have pushed it, and it was that direction.
Well, fiddlesticks.
You can play the fiddle too?
Greg,
No,
you wanna
Yes?
come take a crack at this?
Oh,
Fish lady can't figure
you
it
suddenly
out.
want Greg's help after making him stand outside.
I
mean,
mean, I suppose we could bash this thing apart.
She won't
but...
admit it, but I will.
Okay.
Hey.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll do it for you, little man.
Yay.
Alright.
So,
I
Bird,
like
you
it.
can actually move into the room. Like, the box
Okay.
is the turquoise.
Oh, that's where it is. Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Um,
These are not meant to be animated.
okay. Time for smashy. I do the smashy.
Okay. So I'm not gonna have you roll for this. So it takes a little bit, but with your new great axe, you pretty much just obliterate the box. There's not much in it. There was like some straw. There were some like, tabards and stuff. It looked like it was probably a shipment. But anyway, so now that you've destroyed the box, ignore the detritus. There's a couple of barrels, couple of boxes. Let me see. A door here at the end of the room, but now you have full access to it, and it looks like nobody's been in this room for a while. There's like
Door.
mud on the ground and it's undisturbed. You
I
can open
knock.
up. Okay, you knock. There is no response.
Open.
Okay, you open the door and you find a room. Let me note to self: no more diagonal rooms. Yeah, so you got this like little nook here with a door, and it leads somewhere. And then there's a table. Looks like a nice untouched table, except for the fact that it's covered in mud. There's a
Ew.
window, like a small window above it, and it looks like that's where the mud had come through.
Is there anything
Oh, hey,
in the mud?
Drez. The table's covered with stuff you like.
Of course the window was open.
Valid.
There's
Valid
like
point.
glass shards on the ground. I'm not. Well, it's always open now. Anyway,
So there's nothing on the table underneath the mud.
nope.
Oh.
Maybe like a handful of coppers, and it looks like possibly the rest of their playing cards.
Oh, this is just another one of their rooms. So,
Yeah, it looks like another break room a little bit further back. The room you guys have been looking at earlier looked like kind of the main front office, and then you guys went through the armory, and now you're in the barracks proper. This looks like where the guards, live and sleep for the most part. It's very
Oh.
clearly not dolled up for normal people to see.
Uh,
Well, let's get this over with, and I barge in.
no,
Okay,
I don't
so-
want to go into that room.
This is a storeroom. It's
Never
it's
mind.
pretty empty. Now there's a staircase. The staircase actually goes between two floors, so it goes from the bottom floor to the middle floor that you're on to the upper floor, except for there's no upper floor. The room you're in is covered in detritus from where the floor caved in, and pretty much everything in the storeroom is ruined. But you can go downstairs. The stairs look to be still intact.
interesting.
Detritus.
Okay.
I thought that this room was going to be where they, sleep. Like bunk bed.
There are bits of bed. That was probably on the second floor, but there's no
Ah.
second floor left.
What did you do to the second floor, Drez?
You're right, it was me all along.
You are
I'm
fucked
leaving.
up.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned about the entourage of undead if they should return. So if you guys want
It turns
to,
out the guardhouse is just a guardhouse.
but I mean, what lies in the basement though?
Alright, you can peer into the basement. It looks untouched from what you can see. You can't see too much of it, but you can see.
I want to see.
Okay, so, let me make sure. Okay, so you guys...
Dress was here.
areas. Okay. You guys file downstairs. Who's filing downstairs, by the way? Is it just Shell and Bird? And Drez is sulking outside?
I'm currently outside.
Okay.
Bird wanted to keep an eye on Skitter, so Skitter has to come with us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't have
Skitter has no
tokens.
free will.
Okay. So let me move you guys here and reveal area. So you guys are now in a actually well-stocked looking storeroom. There's a small table with a open book on it.
A book!
Yep, and a corpse at the table.
Ah!
Ah.
But this is definitely a dead corpse.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Right?
This guy starved to death. He's been here for a while. Yeah.
Oh no.
All right.
So
Starve.
he's all like shriveled and bad looking and stuff like that.
I will investigate the book.
Okay, so you read the book, and after a moment, you actually realize that it's a log, an investigation log. At least the first couple pages are an investigation log, and it's talking about Burke and a supposed smuggling operation. Apparently, he was bringing in things that weren't allowed in Zagnoth, and
Like, we didn't already know that, but what does this one have?
Well, honestly, this is just information that you pretty much already know. However, as you read and read, they're kind of just detailing, failed sting operations and their frustrations with Burke. But the last couple pages are more recent and with much shittier handwriting.
Is this when he was afflicted by the rot?
And
is this when he became dead as hell?
It's an account of a guy that was trapped in the back rooms here. He had been up in the barracks when everything had flooded out, and he had managed to break the window and stick his head outside and get a little bit of air, and then make it downstairs where there were pockets of air when the flooding came. But that the box had been pushed in the way, and he was too weak and tired, so he couldn't get out. The window was too small. And nobody was answering him knocking on the door. And so he came down here, ate the last of the food, and eventually starved to death.
Oh.
Huh.
And that was just all that was written as his account?
Yeah. Yeah, he didn't look very literate. It's pretty bad.
Okay, and there are 2 treasure chests.
Yep. You gonna pop them open?
Sure.
They're locked.
Oh. Skitter?
Skitter.
Let's see. So that's one chest open, and yeah, the other chest open. They're not locked very hard. Okay, so you guys find 2 potions of healing. Let's see. Let's see. 40 gold. 2 unspoilt rations, and that's it. Actually, there wasn't that much in them.
Those rations probably wouldn't have saved the poor man, but to imagine that food was just a couple planks of wood and iron away.
It looks like they have been chipped away at.
Oh.
Oh.
Rest in peace.
Well, I believe we've seen everything we need to, but in a way, this may be sufficient enough proof to... I don't want to say, prove to them that they're dead, but how could they have been so oblivious to this man's plight?
I forgot the last detail. You found Ark Bob. That's his name.
Oh, that's Ark Bob?
Yeah, Ark Bob was in there.
Okay. Very well. Time to go outside. And...
Okay, so
yes,
you guys...
let's reconvene outside.
You guys go back outside. Let me see. So Keith, you can move yourself to wherever you had gone off to.
So that's the name of the missing guard, right?
Yeah,
They
yeah, the
were
guard
waiting
that
for?
they were waiting for.
So was he the one that is he the only one that didn't look afflicted?
Yeah.
Raises questions that my character will not ask because he didn't see it.
Yeah.
Just like he didn't notice the slave
you
trading
have no
manifest.
idea they found Ark Bob.
I don't
Well,
know
I
about
took the
most of the things that
journal.
have happened.
I took the journal as evidence. And I mean, Ark Bob's still down there.
Yeah. He's not going anywhere. Not without help.
Still collecting books?
Unfortunately, this one is also an investigation into that slimy individual Burke, but the tail end of it actually had the written account of their guard friend who met an untimely demise in the basement after the flood, and his compatriots were completely oblivious to the fact that he had been knocking and hollering for help. And
Yes, their ears were up the dove, but they could not hear.
or
But they do
who
not
knows
know.
what kind of mancy, when it precisely took hold of them. I mean, he could have died before the other corpses were resurrected, but then it begs the question of how those corpses turned into semi-sentient undead and how he perished and didn't become afflicted with the curse. I don't know.
They must have been playing a really good game of card game.
Well, if there was someone down there, he probably blocked the door.
Well, if he did, that was a very stupid move on his part.
I think it was the water.
I think so. Well, I
Any
believe we're done
news
here.
from the undead?
They have not returned yet.
Everything still smells bad.
Okay, well, I just want to see where they are. If they've
Sure.
actually found Burke.
Okay, so you guys are going to descend into the Gesundheit.
Thank
You guys are all going to descend into
As we all approach the giant nightmare head on the wall.
Skitter shop. Okay, so you guys are going into the shop.
No, we're going to the inn.
Hold on.
Wait, was it the inn or the shop where...
The shop
It
was the
was
one with the
shop.
secret tunnel. The inn was where you found the ledger.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys are going to enter into the shop. So as you enter the door, a bell rings.
Okay.
There was not a bell there earlier. And as you look, there's a tabaxi standing in the room here. I don't actually have tabaxi pictures drawn. I wasn't actually...
You need a cat.
Okay, so anyway, give me a second while I fix things out. Yeah. I'll just use a Wanderbot for the time being. Let me hide off some things.
I want to now Google what a tabaxi is. It's a leopard
They look like...
They're
person.
cat people.
They're cats.
Okay. So
They always
there's-
seem to be drawn with boobs.
yeah.
Mm,
Well, I mean, it's like no
Furries,
different
man.
for yeah.
Furries.
Okay, so I'm gonna drag
Can't
you guys
confirm
over.
is internet.
Takes a bit to get set up. Keith,
Getting
you
a
can
lot of
drag
original
yourself over.
characters do not steal.
I dragged a door with you guys. Okay, so there's a tabaxi behind the desk, and he looks at you and he's like, "Hi, hello. I didn't expect we'd get anybody so soon." And he looks super happy. Shell, you recognize him?
okay.
He is one of your contacts.
And his name is...
Give me a second. Let me pull up one of the tabaxi. Let me see. I've got a lot of names to go through here, and not all of them are good. His name is his name is
Mittens miles per hour. Original character do not steal.
Felix?
his name is Mark. That's
What? I don't want it to be Mark. That's my brother's name.
Then his
Okay,
name
I'm
is
sorry.
Cram.
That's the name of the evil
okay. Fine. How
villain
about
from my
his
first
name?
comic
His
book
name
ever
is
that
Merrick.
I drew.
M-A-E-R-K.
The first villain you ever
Merrick.
made up was your brother's name backwards.
Yes.
Okay, so you have found Merrick, and he is in the shop, and it looks
Merrick?
like he has restocked it. Actually, he has taken over the shop as his own.
You do realize that the customers that you could potentially get here probably don't have use for anything you can give them.
I see 3 customers right now, and you look like you could use a deal. He winks at you.
Actually, we were just about to leave, but we wanted to tie up some loose ends, so to speak.
You sure you don't want to buy anything? I got good deals.
Good deals on what precisely?
Compared to what?
Well, I mean, a lot of it's just shit that I found around here. But, you know, I brought some stuff with me, some good things.
We find our own shit. It's easy.
Yeah. But do you have some of these? And he pulls out a bunch of tree tokens in like a bowl.
Yeah.
Do you want
Actually.
more?
Yeah, of all the things he could have pulled up.
That incredibly
least
specific
convincing
thing I
one.
already have.
I found like a lot of these on some dead dude a while back.
Weird coincidence. That's how we found ours.
Awesome. I'd buy them off of you, or I'd sell you mine.
And you were not perturbed by the skeletal guards that passed by you earlier?
They seem friendly enough. I just sent them on their way. Though they seem to think I was Burke for some reason.
They thought you were Burke.
I mean, do you expect them to be all there? Because they were missing a
Wait
lot
a
of
second.
there.
Your name Merc, right?
Merrick, yes.
Oh, never mind. I thought they had conspiracy.
But if they thought that you were Burke, wouldn't they have tried to have apprehended you?
Well, yeah, but then I just had to show them my coalition ID, and then they went on their way.
A coalition?
He pulls out his Tabaxi coalition ID. It's like gold embossed, and it's got his face on it, and his face is animated, just really fancy.
So then they no longer believe
His
that you
face
were
is
Burke.
animated. That's great.
It's magic.
Do I look like this Burke fellow to you? He's like waving his
Oh, no,
ID
no,
around.
no. You see, your intestines are still intact. Of course you wouldn't be
Well, of
Burke.
course my intestines are intact. And he like pulls up his shirt and he's got like really fancy looking armor and he's like, but you know, I'd
Oh,
sell
no,
it to you
no
and
need
you
to
can
be an
protect your intestines.
No need to be an exhibitionist now, okay?
Now he's trying to sell clothes. His clothes.
Don't worry, it's one size fits all.
What about me? Would
Yeah.
it fit me?
It would fit a man of your caliber for sure.
Caliber.
Oh. I feel like we're best friends, and I don't know why.
He like rubs it a little bit and it like balloons up a bunch. It would probably fit you. You can just like barely see his ears sticking out of the top.
I don't like how he's rubbing on things and they're growing.
I like this man.
I like you too. Assuming
So-
you're here to buy something. Otherwise, get out of my shop.
This isn't your shop.
It's mine now. I got the deed and
Yeah,
everything.
I-
And he pulls up like a waterlogged deed.
Oh, well, I do respect
Well-
the rule of law. Please, Mr. Shopkeeper. I do
That's
not
fine.
wish
You're
to-
welcome to be king of the shit pile.
So, we have business. We want to talk to people, the guards that ran by you.
Oh.
Did they go past you to the tunnel?
Oh. I see how it is. You got time for
Yes.
3 rotters, but you don't got no time for poor Merrick and his fabulous wares. I see how it is. He opens up the door.
We can
Yeah,
look at your
that's
wares,
a pretty accurate
Merrick.
assessment. I don't know why he just did whatever. I just bumbled that as I walked past him.
Okay. So,
Unfazed.
Merrick looks disappointed, sighs, and then he's going to bundle up his things. He really only had a couple of things on the,
But I just said I was gonna look at
Nope.
his stuff.
He's gone. He's left.
Nice. He just hurt his feelings.
I actually feel kind of bad. It didn't mean much to hurt feelings of like little zombies, but that guy, he had cool armor. Anyway, let's go.
You sure you don't want to rub him until he grows?
I'm going to pass.
Piss.
Okay. So, aren't we gonna try to find the guards through the door?
Okay, give me a second. Let me...
Bird didn't knock on any of those doors.
They were already
Okay.
open. We already came through here. We know what's on the other side. There's nothing. We'll need to knock.
So you knock on doors, but you don't close them behind you.
No.
Everyone around
That's
me
not-
is insane.
Okay.
I don't close because then I know which ones I've already opened. Duh.
So you guys go...
Oh no,
back-
I'm dead.
Well, you X'd yourself at. It's self-inflicted.
Oh, so I did.
Okay. So you guys get downstairs, and oops,
Wow.
Just the
That's
level of
the
our
wrong one.
portraits up on this one.
I grabbed Skitter. I thought I grabbed Skitter. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, you guys get downstairs, and there's recent footprints and goo, and it looks really gross. And that's it.
And
There's
did they
nothing in
go
the
through the
cells.
hole?
Okay, so you're gonna go through the hole. I'm trying to kill time while I set everything up. Revisiting areas is not something I'm prepped for. Okay, so anyway, so you guys go back to the ogre
I have this
corpses
strange
there.
feeling like
In
I've already
fact,
been here.
You guys get back to the ogre corpse, and shit, what was his name?
Olsley or something?
Oxley.
Ocelot.
Oxley is standing over the ogre corpse, looking vigilant, and he greets you with a salute, and he's like,
I salute back.
he nods.
Those were almost words.
I mean, he doesn't have a jaw, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Oxley, good to see you. Have you seen where your compatriots are?
He points at the closed door behind him.
Okay. All right.
Can we go in?
Okay. So you are going to open the door, and you see the three guys, and for a moment you think everything's okay, but you see the guy in the back is where the
This is
old
the
vines
crystal
are.
room, right?
Yeah, this is the
Yes.
crystal room. The vines in the room have
Enveloped him?
taken over kind of the entire room, so everybody's just kind of impaled in there. And it's kind of a mess. So it looks like the shopkeeper touched the roots, the roots post crystal, and the roots kind of just grabbed him and then went through him, and it looks really bad. And that's it.
And what's it doing to them?
They, as far as you can tell, growing.
Ew.
Well, it's not growing them, it's growing off of them.
Looks
Found
like there's
fertilizer.
fertilizer now.
I'm afraid, Oxley, it looks like they're gone.
Oxley looks in the room. And he charges in.
What? But
He like
Well, that took care of itself.
he stabs the roots for a while. He's trying really hard to like free his friends, and then after a little while, he's just kind of, he stops moving. He did a good number. He managed to take out at least 2, and then they got him. And the vines kind of start.
Can you burn it down?
The vines kind of start like coming out of the room.
Oh no.
Yeah, we go.
I would strongly suggest leaving.
Okay. So as you guys escape,
Let's get out
the
of
roots
here.
hit the ogre, and then they start like really coming after you, like the ogre was
Oh
was yum
shit!
yum.
Oh god! Out!
Okay.
They're
Slam-
growing off the bodies.
Slam the doors
Yeah.
behind you.
And so you guys get.
I
back
don't
up.
want to be in hentai.
Okay, so you guys
like
get
one
back
of my
upstairs.
animes.
We'll just use this room.
Out!
And slowly and dramatically, the vine covers the text. Drez was here.
Drez will be here no more.
Skitter, come on!
Yeah, Skitter is running after you. DM is just busy.
Okay.
Here, you know what? I'm gonna see if I can give you guys permissions on Skitter.
Okay.
All in favor of leaving Vine Murder Poop Valley?
Oh, right, here we go.
Cave?
I think we're a little out of our league here.
Okay, so you guys can now move Skitter around. Don't move him around too much, but if you want Skitter to come help you, drag him along.
League,
Okay.
because it's
It'll be
underwater.
helpful. And,
Precisely.
And as you guys escape, the roots kind of burst out of the shop, and they start like kind of twisting around the door. They're slowing down.
Running
They've run out of
time.
food.
Oh, we
And-
go.
But what about your clan? The Blightclaw clan.
You think Drez gives a crap about those people? Drez can't even tell you so.
No, but what if it comes for them?
Wait, now you're finally grossed out?
Yes.
By plants? Questions,
Well,
so many
most
questions.
plants don't grow out of dead body.
Okay. Give me a second. I think I've got this set up. So let me give you guys some tokens. I'm gonna drag you over. Tell me if you can see into any of the buildings so I can hide them. I think we're good.
It looks like all the buildings are hidden.
Okay.
This looks like a Call of Duty map.
Whoa, what the? This is different looking.
Well, you guys have reached a new district, so it's gonna be different.
I'm never gonna see the sun again.
Okay, so
still
I mean,
underground?
you can see blue skies just really way up above you.
I still can't grab my character.
Yeah,
What's blocking that? Like, what's
Aren't we in a
between us?
cave?
No. So the entire city sank like into the ground. You're in a sinkhole.
Oh, but there's still sky.
Oh.
Yeah. So you guys
Oh,
have
I thought
been
the whole last location was introduced like it was in a cave.
No. It was just sunken into the ground. And gross.
Well,
Okay. So give me a second.
so this must be what happened to like all of mankind, right?
Uh,
Well,
I mean,
however large this particular city was, I mean, surely there had to be more than
okay.
just
So you guys are
one
not
settlement.
actually here. So you guys are here.
Oh, okay.
There's a gate in the
Okay.
way.
A gate.
Yep.
Oh no.
So there's a big gate in the way, and it's closed. And you can see up onto the parapets. They're not that high, honestly. And you guys come rushing up, and as you do, you hear a big, loud voice from up above, and you look up, and there's a let me find his icon. There's this guy.
Looks like an orc.
There's an ogre.
Ogre. Okay,
Yeah,
never
he's
mind.
big. And
Is he
he's
alive?
Mean looking, and he's very much alive. He looks fresh, which is nice, sort of. You didn't know you'd be looking forward to seeing an ogre of all things. Anyway, so you see the ogre, and he looks down at you, hearing you run up, and he's like, "Greg, is that you? What are you doing down there? Who are they?"
Oh, it's good to see you. Oh, it's
Oh,
been
God
so
damn it.
long. What was his name again?
So, Bird, roll a wisdom check. Let's see if you remember him.
Orc-faced McGorkington. Even though he's not an orc.
Okay, you remember him. He is Gruck Smashgood. He is one of Gorlar's lieutenants.
Oh no.
And former acquaintance, though it's kind of fuzzy on the details on how exactly you know him.
Well, doesn't that mean Skitter would know who he is?
I mean, you could ask Skitter.
Well, this is information you're imparting to Bird, so only Bird would know.
Well, Bird didn't know Skitter beforehand, so very real possibility.
Remind
Probably
me.
not.
Remind me of his name again. I just
Grux?
Here,
Grux. I just missed it.
Or
Okay.
Gruck Smashgood.
Grux? Okay.
Oh,
Are the vines
Grux.
still visibly chasing us?
Oh,
No, they
man,
slowed
It's so great to see. Oh, God. I start like coughing and just like hunching over for a second.
Quick, open the gate.
And I
We need a
start, like,
doctor.
shaking my head a little bit, and I'm like, "Oh,
Greg, you okay down there? Yeah.
yeah, it's fine, Gruck. Oh God. Oh, I feel like I haven't been myself. Oh, yeah. Who are these guys? I turn and look at Ellerin.
Did you
And
lose the
Rez.
accent?
He changes
What?
personalities.
Oh, these are friend. What? Yes.
He's got.
Okay. Gruck. We need to get out of here. There's some vines that are gonna come and get us. And these are my
Vines?
friends, Drez and Ellerin.
Okay, but
Lauren.
Gorlar said not to open the gate for anyone. He looks really
man.
conflicted. He's like, but he didn't mention like you by name or Skeeter or
It's okay. I'll handle the paperwork. It's fine. It's fine. I'll talk to him about it.
Roll a diplomacy check.
All right. I should just not put away my character sheet because there's a lot.
Do you have it open in a new tab?
Where's diplomacy?
Maybe it's under skills.
It might be persuasion. They might have renamed it.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, they renamed
persuasion.
Yeah, sorry. Okay, you have thoroughly convinced him. The gates swing open without delay. He has the lever next to him, so there's like a chunk, and then it goes, and then it's open. And
no, I've got to go first.
okay.
Believe me, I know these people. I think. Oh, do I?
Okay, and so then the gates swing shut behind,
wrong?
and he's like,
I don't know.
he's like, Greg, you okay down there? Here, I'll be right down. And he like just leaps off the wall,
Just
lands
a
heavily,
thunderous,
and then kind of like stumbles over, and he's like, he
I
like
go up
puts
to
his hands
Kruk.
on, and he's like,
and we exchange like a badass like secret handshake.
yeah, it's mostly you just punch each
It's a
other's
man
hands.
shake.
You kind of
Just
miss.
punch each other in the shoulders a bunch of times.
And how do you
Gruk!
know
I give
each
him a
other?
big hug.
He hugs you back.
Roll for damage.
roll. Actually, yes. Roll for damage. one die 4.
Oh my god.
Oh, no.
What was the name of the person that
Oh
he's
Jesus.
mad at again?
Okay, you guys both crush each other and like kind of
Jesus.
stumble away, heaving and like wheezing for breath. You guys, you have the same strength, and
Oh, holy
And-
shit.
they're like breathing. And Skitter's like, "I'm so glad I don't rank high enough for the secret handshake."
Oh god. So I take 9 damage or 4?
Yeah, you both take 9 damage, and you were down for a bit.
Was that
What is
more
it?
than half their health? Like almost entirely?
No. It's a little bit under half.
Okay.
Oh.
He just
Jeez,
gotta
that
grow
nearly
out.
Killed me.
So Greg, what are you doing here? I didn't know you were still with the Horde. Last I heard, you gone off on your own.
I mean, I don't really know how I wound up here either. It's just things got really really weird. I went and
you tell me. We've got Flesh Render in the warehouse back behind us, and he's not coming out, and it's a bit of a standoff. And then there's all these dead people, and God, you don't even know the half of it.
Oh, that sounds like it sucks. Flesh render?
Yeah. So, Bird, you vaguely remember Flesh Render. He used to be one of Gorlar's, not allies, but kind of like people that Gorlar would work with. But then, Flesh Render very clearly didn't give a shit about anything that Gorlar had said, and that pissed Gorlar off, but
That
hasn't
flesh render
amounted to
guy,
much.
he was always thinking he was smarter than he actually was.
Shell, you know Flesh Render is also... You kind of know who Flesh Render is. He's super wealthy. And the Tabaxi...
Oh, that's
do
music to
with him
her
occasionally.
ears.
Yeah.
Actually, at this point, I am crossing my arms, cocking my head to one side, and I'm squinting, sort of a, like, not a semi-death glare, but I'm just, like, looking betwixt the two of these, hulking beasts. And I'm thinking to myself, was it not just, an hour or so ago that, and I'm thinking this to myself, I'm not saying it loud, that, Greg had imparted a tale to us that described his death at Gorlar's hands and how it was his quest to just defeat him. What? What?
That's nothing.
Hey, even my
Nothing.
thoughts have to be complicated. Anyways, and now not only has he lost his accent, and has these coughing fits, between his bipolar
Gorlar's Tyler
personalities.
Durden.
I don't know. And now they're acting like chums, and how he's a part of their horde? It doesn't make sense.
So does...
In any case, I keep this to myself because I know that it wouldn't fare well. And at this point, I don't even know if Greg is truly who he says he is. Or if he's not even aware of it, because, like, maybe there's two souls inhabiting this body.
Alright. So, anyway. Flesh Render's all tied up.
Well,
And,
no.
what do you mean by
I
there's a
mean,
standoff? He ain't coming out?
Well, yeah, he's not coming out. He's barricaded himself in there. He's got some prisoners on the other side of the warehouse. He's entrenched pretty good. And, I sent some patrols out, but I haven't heard back from them in a while. And so I've just been guarding the gate like Gorlar told me to. And, that's about it.
Wow. That's a really, really rough situation. Do you need
these
any help with that?
hostages?
Should I go try to find Flesh Render?
I mean, he's in that building there. If you're looking through the window, you might be able to see him.
Roll a perception check.
Is he gesturing to the building on the right?
Yeah. Okay. You can't see Flesh Render, but you can see a Kenku staring through the window at you. He looks...
What's a
angry.
Kenku?
They're bird people.
Kenku are like bird people. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They're one of the 5th edition races. They don't have wings. They just have like claw
They're like
hands.
crows.
Yeah.
It's a
do I know that
completely
Kenku?
different word than Tengu.
Yeah. You know what Kenku are? They're a common race.
Yeah, but do I know that specific one?
They're Skeksis.
No.
Is he in the Horde?
No. You don't know Flesh Render. You just know of him.
Actually,
Okay.
isn't one of their quirks that they can only say what's parroted to them?
No.
Okay, you're not using that.
I
Okay, good.
anyway.
They can
Oh my
mimic
god,
voices, but they
playing
don't...
a character who did that.
Anyway, I flip an obscene gesture at the Kenku.
It flips you the bird.
Get it? That works on so many levels.
Now, when a bird flips the bird, does that
Yeah,
mean
I'm
they just
gonna-
raise
It's a bird.
their tail at you?
I'm gonna...
When bird flips bird, the bird.
I'm gonna reveal the Kenku. It's kind of awkward. He's kind of crammed in there. He doesn't look comfortable. Let me find one. There he is. So he's staring at you through the window, and he's got his bird right up and against the window. Yeah. So anyway, so Gruk is like, you want to help us out here? I'd really appreciate it if you get
I
get
owe you
Flesh
for the
Render out in
gate.
the open.
I owe you a big one for the gate. You really don't want to see what's on the other side of that thing right now.
I
Bunch of-
really don't. I'm gonna
Bunch of
take your word for
zombies. Bunch of
that.
trees.
He proceeds to
growing
never
out of
look
dead
south
people.
again.
Well, we got the zombies around here, but the trees.
I'm just overwhelmed hearing the testosterone oozing off these people.
Literally oozing
While
off
I
of
do
them.
this, I get back up from our like monster hug and I start like cracking knuckles and like stretching and stuff like that. And like
He is-
flexing a little bit.
Oh yeah, he's
Yeah.
ritualistic at this point.
It's like
I
from
start looking
Alchemist
for a nearby
Armstrong.
rock to just like start bench pressing.
Unfortunately, it's pretty well paved. So
Oh.
I'm gonna explain the area around you. So you guys are there's actually a sign for it, kind of just like here. But in common, it more or less just describes the area as like the warehouse district. And so you've got a bunch of really big wooden and like stone buildings, and they've got like these big heavy looking doors, and there's not much detail on them.
Well, I would like to ask Grook why he has taken hostages and like who like
Hostages? Nah. He's got snacks.
snacks?
Yeah, actually, it's probably best that you don't go in. He likes the taste of the pointy ones. Points at your ears.
What? What? Well, I'm not an elf.
Well,
That's what I said, right?
yeah.
So what? Do you have a plan, or should we just?
I mean,
give
I
him the old
can't
smash
leave the
good.
gate. In fact, I better get back up there before, just in case Gorlar comes back. So, yeah,
Oh yeah,
if you
that
guys...
guy's an asshole. What? He's great.
Yeah, he's really great. Don't shake his hand. Seriously, don't shake his hand. Like, his hand looks kind of mangled.
You'll break it.
All right, peace out, Gruk. Thanks for the gate.
Yeah, good luck, Greg. Punch him in the beak for me.
Hell yeah.
Or more than punch.
Oh,
feel like
I'm gonna take that beak and shove it right up his own asshole.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
He, like, thumps his chest, and then he goes back to watching the gate. He's, like, actively staring at the gate. He might have an intelligence of 7.
I feel like we just witnessed the Armstrong and Curtis flexing contest from FMA.
All right. We're gonna go up to this door. We're gonna smash right through it. He says,
Well, I'm all in favor of freeing whatever hostages he's accrued.
Okay.
You mean the food?
So as you guys come around, you see 2 Kenku over here. And then there's 1 Kenku that you guys have now, or Shell is now standing directly in front of. And they are, they're standing at attention.
Oh,
And-
good. There's a murder of them.
There is a murder of Kenku.
"Hey, get out of the way.
Why?
We gotta go talk to your friend, or whatever you want to call him."
You want to talk to Fleshrender?
Yeah, more or less. An approximation of talk.
Yeah, do you want to make a bluff check on that one?
All
right.
What? Wait, where's a bluff check? Is that actually a skill?
It's probably deception. Shit, I don't know what all
Oh
these
yeah,
skills
deception's
are.
in there.
Yeah.
Probably deception.
All right, he does not believe. He's just like, nope. I think this door is going to stay closed for you. And he like looks you up and down.
Really.
And then he like taps on the door, and like 2 more Kenku pop out. And then these are kind of like shifting over. They kind of know what's going on. These guys don't look like chumps. They look a fair bit sturdier than the undead.
Wait, isn't this the guy that doesn't like the guy that you don't like? Why are we doing this?
I like put my head in my hands again for a second. I don't know. Where am I? Who are you? What the bird people? Where have I
The
been?
Kenku like back off a little bit. They're just like, all right, he's nuts. Gotcha.
Lauren, tell me, where are we? I like grab her by the shoulders.
Well, we encountered an ogre who seemed to know you by name. His own name was Gruk. And
I
after
don't know any Gruk.
Do you need to lie down again already?
You recognized him at the moment and completely lost your accent. At which point, you guys bear hugged each other to half death and then proceeded to go on and on about your manly exploits and about this situation. There's
okay. What is this situation? That's the important part.
in this warehouse, there's a bunch of beings intended to be food for some kind of maniacal flesh render.
The Kenku kind of take offense at that. Wait, yeah, they can hear you. You're not being quiet.
I'm whispering.
Uh-huh. They really don't like you guys. You guys have taken the words first impressions and peed on them.
You kind of transitioned from knocking on doors to yelling at people.
Oh.
Now, actually, I do have a question for all of you.
Yes.
What delicacies does your master prefer, and how does he like them prepared? Does he prepare them at all?
Aye. You want to discuss cooking with flesh render? Really?
I take
Weeknights
it
on
that-
NBC,
Sure,
cooking with
why
flesh
not?
render.
I take it that he doesn't cook because there are medical complications that one can experience if they do not thoroughly heat their meat. You see, there are parasites.
They don't
and-
look convinced. They really don't look convinced.
We're just concerned that he gets salmonella from eating raw birds.
Surprisingly, they don't seem terribly offended about that part.
Alright, what would it take to go in there and say hi to your friend?
Well, if you give us your weapons, I'm sure that would constitute a sufficient amount of how do we say this? A good gesture of goodwill, I guess. A sufficient gesture of goodwill. There we go. That's the word.
And how would we know that your master wouldn't make us his next main course?
Ew! We hate fish food.
Oh, thank goodness.
Wah, wah, wah.
Or seafood, my bad. Yeah, fish sticks.
Fish sticks.
Is flesh render gay fish?
I mean, it is better to broil than to
Does
Than
he
to
like
bread.
fish sticks in mouth?
They don't get it.
Oh shit. Oh man. Ah.
So, do you want to meet Flesh Render or not? Cause he actually would like a word with you, but I'm going to need your weapons.
This is clearly a trap. I'm not stupid, okay? I mean, look,
Flesh Render does not trap. Well, no, he traps, but he traps prey. He's an honest businessman, and he doesn't go back on his word.
Now, what meat does he seek out precisely?
Today? Drow, of course.
Drow?
Yes.
You mean the
There's
dark
Drow
elves?
in the area, and he wants someone to find them for him.
I know, I've heard of Flesh Render, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so they're claiming that he's, like, honorable. Do I know enough about Flesh Render
Yeah.
to know if that's true or not?
Oh yeah. Gorlar betrayed Flesh Render.
Okay. But otherwise, Flesh Render is, like, a pretty...
Yeah, he is rich because he's a avid businessman that also likes to eat humanoids.
Oh, okay. That's, well, shit, that's fine with me. Alright. Anyway. Back in character. Alright.
There we go. That's much.
We're at impasse. We're gonna have to do it the way that you say, because I do want to have, I wish to engage in good faith with our friend Fleshlighter here. So, what do you say, you two? Should we give up our weapon and go in?
With the promise that they'll be returned to us as
Oh,
soon
of
as
course.
we've...
We don't want your shitty weapons. They have like, kind of their own fancy looking weapons. They seem to be kind of a branded package.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Very well.
Therese? Yes,
I really
no?
don't want to stay out here alone. It's not like I need this thing.
Alright.
Okay. So you guys
let's
give your
handle the
weapons
weapons.
I
over.
mean, I'm entirely dependent on my weapon, and am so helpless now. Do I need to do a bluff check?
You can make a bluff check, but they kind of expected some of your spellcasters. They're not that unheard of. Okay, so they take your weapons, and you guys are ushered into kind of a front room. And there's a table here that seems to have been dragged from somewhere else. And it looks like the Kenku have been camped out here. And there's a big... Oh, that's weird. He's not sticking to the grid. All right, whatever. Actually, oh, I know what I did.
What?
Give me a second. I broke
I can
the
go
grid.
between the squares.
Yeah.
Oh
let me-
my
let me fix that.
god.
Freedom!
Skitter
Okay,
don't
more
play
freedom.
by no rules.
There we go.
Aw.
You're constrained once more. Okay. Anyway, so there's a big old barricade across the center of the room made of boxes and stuff, and then there's a let me reveal a little bit more. There's a red curtain across. And a moment later, the Kenku, it's a bit hard to tell, but the Kenku that was flipping you the bird earlier, opens the
He was doing sweet flips.
no, he opens the
Wow.
sheet, and there's on the other side the fattest Kenku you have ever seen, and
Oh.
he is sitting in a gilded chair, and there's like a red carpet leading up to him. Here, let me find the
You
proper...
come in here, in my house, on the day of my daughter's wedding.
Oh yeah. Oops.
How many fat ones are there?
Sorry. Sometimes
everywhere.
Roll20 does like weird
Oh,
shit.
jeebles.
Yeah, he's fat. So this is whoops. This is him. And he's sitting there and he's got something in a chalice and he kind of waves a claw at you and he's like, Come closer. And you're all kind of hustled in.
Right now I'm just thinking, oh, Shuda.
Yeah, same here.
Chamo, I'm not solo. Ho, ho, ho.
Okay. There we go. And he's like, so, I'm trying to think of exactly what he says. I haven't scripted any of this out, so it's all just complete ad
Mob
hoc.
boss bird is buffering.
My boss bird needs a moment to brain. Okay.
Use a teko in the bunga.
So my minions tell me that you're willing to strike up a deal. I'm glad. You didn't seem to be so agreeable moments ago. And he, kind of gestures at the window. Mind telling me, why the change of heart? You
as far as
are
I know, I've always
you are
been...
Greg Geknu, correct?
Of course.
What are we striking a deal over?
Well,
Let's
we're
hear
going to ask him to...
He hears that and he's like, well, I want you to fetch me something rare, especially in these trying times. And he kind of like swirls his glass of red liquid, and he's like, I came to Zagnoth because I heard there were Drow in the area, and they're a rare breed nowadays, And he kind of like chuckles and it's kind of awful. And we tracked them here. Yeah, there's a bit of a cawing. All of his minions kind of cackle with him.
Cackle, too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And
Is it a cacophony?
yeah, it's pretty bad. It's a cacophony. Anyway, so I would have found them myself, but unfortunately, your boss decided this was a great time to renege on our deal and come after me, and now I'm trapped in here, and I can't go find them myself.
Who is
Or more
boss?
per se, you're going to do it for me.
So your
who is
only
my
desire
boss? What do you
is-
mean?
Gorlar, you ninny. I know who you
Gorlar,
are.
that guy asshole. Why would they have him as my boss?
Oh. So another one bites the dust. What'd he do to you this time?
He killed me. Or rather, one of his minions did.
Ha! You look
He did it in
pretty.
cold blood.
You
too.
look pretty hale and hearty to me, but you know what? I don't care.
He's
Go
bad
find
at
me the
dying.
drow, and
I
I'm going.
was
I will-
minding my own business, and he killed me in cold blood. To prove point.
I really don't care.
Oh.
To be quite frank.
I don't think Greg has ever minded their own business.
Regardless, I will pay you a handsome sum of, let's say about 500 gold pieces per drow you find, fresh, mind you. You can kill them, but bring them to me fresh. If they're rotten, I don't want them. And if you can find the whole group, I'll give you 10,000. And he's got a big old war chest behind him, and he kicks it and it clinks.
Mhm. Now, I hope
What
this.
do you say? I send the. Can we confer with amongst each other?
Sure, fine. I don't care.
Well, actually, Your Grace, I wish to ask one more question regarding your intentions, not for the Drow, but for yourself. You see, even if you should acquire a Drow, how will that protect you or get you out of the situation you have with Gorlar? I mean, I see you have quite the entourage with you, but how do you intend to escape?
He caws, ha ha, and all of his like Kenku kind of mirrored is like, you think Gorlar is keeping me here? Foolish girl. I'm here because I want the Drow, not because Gorlar's keeping me here. I just can't search for it while his men are all around. I can leave whenever I want, but since the Drow are a bit of a dying breed, if you know what I mean, and he cackles again, I must have the last specimens.
Have you ever heard of food conservation?
No.
I turn and stare at her.
Trying to speak their language here.
You're not doing a great job.
I don't know why we're here. I don't like why we're here. This is not. I'm saying this to my compatriots here. I don't know why we're here. I don't want to be here.
This was
I
your
certainly don't want
idea.
to work with this Drow thing.
He's
Well-
not a Drow. It's not what. That's not.
Just roll with it, Issel.
We will investigate, and should we come across any Drow, we will bring them to you directly, sir.
Roll a bluff check.
I'm not bluffing.
You're not bluffing? You're going
Wow.
for it? Okay.
Well,
Oh.
actually,
Oh.
No. It's
Oh.
okay. I am bluffing. Fine.
I
She
was
tried
gonna
to
say.
bluff. Turns out she was just
Most-
bluffing to herself.
Okay, so I do
Most
want
evil
deception,
character Shell's played.
Yeah, deception.
and I have Jack of all trades now, which means
Yeah.
I can add another point to it.
Yeah.
Okay, so deception, please.
Nope. He does not believe you.
Oh.
17
He stares at you for a
too.
while. He's like, well, fine. If you're not interested in my deal, then you might as well just go. Shoo. Don't bother me anymore. And he quickly, you get the boot.
I'm okay with this.
Didn't want to help him anyway. I mean, someone who eats sentient creatures, especially those that are going extinct.
What do you say we never come here again?
I wholeheartedly agree. But if there are any Drow in the area, we should warn them of this being's presence.
I agree. I think that is a noble thing to do.
Oops.
We need to find Drow, and we need to tell them to get out.
In
because-
D&D universe, are the Drow supposed to be evil elves?
I mean, the Drow are pretty evil, but we don't know what their situation's like in this
Right,
day and age.
so paladins wouldn't like the Drow then. Huh.
I don't know. Maybe they could just have each other.
Unless they're like Driss Do'Urden, and at which point, yeah.
Well,
Don't you mean Drizzt?
we all wish we were that guy.
I hate that. I hate that guy's name.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's an awful name. Okay, so
We have the board game named after him here.
all of his guards are now standing at the door. They give you your weapons back, and they're shooting you many dirty looks.
Okay, we're gone.
Those are some dirty bird looks.
Dirty birdie.
Okay,
Ew.
so as you guys come out, you guys finally get the chance to look around. Shell, don't move any further.
There's
okay.
a chasm.
Bird, roll a dexterity check.
Oh.
Okay, so Bird,
Oh.
you
Ah.
manage to make it to midair, and you kind of do that like cartoon shimmy sham back.
How did you
because
already
just
roll a
walked
1
over
and a 20
giant
today?
chasm. And it's about 10, maybe 15 feet across. The art's a little bit vague here. But there's a chasm, and it goes all the way down into... You honestly can't tell. It's too dark down there.
Just play that bongo drum noise as he runs back in midair. Like
so
lagging
this-
in place for a second before shooting off with the plume behind him.
Let's see. So as you look down, you can kind of just see that the earth has been rent all over the place. To your right is a giant gaping chasm. At your feet is a ravine of sorts. Across the way is a warehouse. It's like down a little bit, but there's a warehouse on a pillar of earth that is still standing miraculously, and to the left is another one. And pretty much all around you is damage. It looks like this part of the city maybe fell a bit harder than the other ones, and as you're standing there, you can kind of feel the shuddering beneath you, like it's still kind of going. Like this place is probably not going to last for too much longer, but it's being held together just because there's nothing actively trying to rend it asunder immediately. But it looks like this place is having a bad day.
What can I do to collapse this building?
That's what I was thinking.
Oh yeah, that'd be one way to take care of this.
Oh, you want to see if you can drop the building on Flesh Render?
Yes.
All right. So
Well, there's another chasm that goes directly to the building
yeah, there is
on the opposite side.
you did spot that kind of when you were going around here. I'm gonna get rid of the giant Flesh Render. But you'd have to get you'd have to get a closer look to really know what's going on there.
Okay. Do you guys want to investigate that before we head north? Or
Are we gonna
investigate
go
the other buildings?
like down and around, or are we gonna go up and around?
Let's go around
Yeah,
before we
let's go
get
up.
trapped in here.
Up and around? Okay.
Yep. Too bad we didn't get to see what was in those two buildings.
So like
but,
around here is where we want to meet up.
Yeah, we might have found another zombie that has nothing on him.
I'm surprised all these individuals have congregated in one spot.
Okay, so as you guys go around, I'm gonna drag
You're
you
surprised that birds are congregating.
back. You guys make it to the side of this building
Okay.
when you are accosted by a very quiet sound that sounds like it's a whisper that you can hear as though it was like directly in your ear, and it's like, stop. And I assume you stop.
Sure.
Keith,
Yeah.
this is mostly to you, actually. So the rest of you guys kind of just bump into Keith.
Yeah,
Keith, you have agency. Do you just keep going, or do you stop?
I stop.
Okay.
Someone's here.
Good. Look to your left, but don't move your head.
In
Can you
the
guys hear me
building?
when I whisper? Or
Yes,
is it...
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
All right. So I
Okay.
avert my eyes.
Okay, so
Oh, the alleyway.
not the alleyway. There is a brick missing from the building you're next to, and on the other side is an old man with a beard, and he has a robe on. He looks kind of similar to the dude you found in the cell, in the smuggler's hideout.
Oh.
A
Well, that's-
human?
Yeah, he's a human.
So those two guys are guarding this. Okay.
Yeah, and through the brick, only Keith you can see several people locked up. Looks to be mostly humans. They look relatively well fed, surprisingly,
Aw.
Oh no.
and they're all just kind
well
of
fed.
they're all just kind of lying around, and they look really lethargic, and they're not moving. But the wizard seems to be whispering to you somehow.
He's probably using message.
I need you to break me out. I need you to get me out of here before that thing decides to come for me next.
How long have you all been in here?
Weeks. I was, well, I will tell you more about that later. For now, you need to get me out of here.
Hey, Greg, you
I
want to
know-
hit things?
No, shh. I have an idea. I will create a silent image. What do you guys think I should make? This creature can actually shamble around, this illusion that I create. I don't know if like a dragon or like it has to be something around 15 feet tall at most.
Fair point.
Maybe a
illusion-
drow. That'd be perfect.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Okay, I will create the silent image of a drow,
Okay.
and
Here.
it looks
you do it
it looks
across the
remarkably
chasm?
it looks remarkably like Dristo Erden.
Here, I'm just gonna give you a white Wanderbot token. I'm gonna let you move it around.
Okay, and I will have it unsheath its two shining
Well, move it.
blades.
Is it gonna be there?
Sure, but I can move it.
Okay.
Can you try putting
And-
it across the chasm?
So-
Well,
or something?
actually, I think it can like leap through the air and have a
Okay.
great show.
Oh
of-
yeah, you can do that.
Right. And it'll smack its rear end with one of its swords and like wiggle its tush around. And obviously a show of
Kiss my
Okay.
ass.
So
Stupid, sexy
you hear
drow.
a bunch of caws, and the Kenku have started to they've started to array themselves.
They're beginning to kenkuate.
Okay. Let me. Okay. So, what is this drow doing?
So now it is running off.
Okay.
Well,
How
So
long
it's
can
just-
it
aren't
last?
they
It's
gonna
just-
follow?
Well, there's a chasm. Like, so
They're
as you
birds.
wait, they don't have wings.
Oh, okay.
As you wait, one comes back and Flesh Render comes out, and
Oh no, we fucked up.
and so
Oh.
Flesh Render is out, and he is going to not fall for it.
So they're all out on
Aw.
they're all out like on like a shitty cliff
That's
where
too
everything
far
looks
away for
crumbly
him to
and garbage
see.
and everything.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw a tree token at him.
Okay.
While they're all standing.
Okay.
If this fails, we're so fucked, Keith. I hope you understand that.
Well,
Okay.
throw a tree token. Is it large enough to like go through
So
the hole
where
in the wall?
where are you throwing it?
It's 6. I'm throwing it straight at the boss guy.
Okay.
Okay.
So
When it lands, it's supposed
Draw-
to spawn a tree that's 60 feet tall and 5 foot diameter.
so you looked this thing up?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll a ranged attack.
Accuracy.
You gotta see your accuracy.
Oh my god.
Can I sing a song to help him?
Is it a dex roll?
Yeah, can I bless him?
No, probably not. This is
gonna say
you
this
guys
is like-
don't. Well,
Is this a ranged attack?
There was no planning.
Yeah.
This is just him
It's a saving
reacting.
throw. Is there a difference in
Uh,
this case? Oh, wait, it's plus
No,
2 more
he's
for
doing an attack.
proficiency.
yeah,
That
2
isn't
more
it, or
for
something.
proficiency. Okay, so you chuck it, and you kind of chuck it over, and it kind of like lands over here,
Okay.
and then 5 feet in diameter. And so now there's a giant tree, just like right in front of everybody, and it's just there.
Does the cliff crumble?
Not yet, but it is actually everybody roll dex saves. Come to think of it.
Oh.
Oh my god. You should have
Okay.
just thrown all of them.
Wait, so it's just dex, not acrobatics?
Okay. So
That's so many rolls.
I'm gonna. Okay, so Bird, you're fine. Shell, you're fine. Keith, you're on your ass. In fact, you're not on your ass. You've somehow managed to end up closer to them. You've kind of like rolled forward to the front of the line.
When he was making his grand pitch. he
Yeah.
had-
So you've managed to
Uh-huh.
somehow stumble underfoot to the front of the line now.
I just overswung my throw.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you're more or less at the foot of a pissed off looking Kenku. There's a tree behind him between him and his boss. And I need Keith, give me a lower high.
A lower high?
Yep, just say lower high.
It's like a 50-50.
Yeah.
High?
All right. And as you watch, the cliff just starts to slide backwards.
What? Sparta kick him. Sparta kick the bird.
Can I send my
And
mage
so
hand
this
out
guy-
to like push against the
This
tree
guy
a
is
little
going
bit
to
more?
leap across. The others are going to try, but as you watch, the flesh render and his minions slide off into
Holy-
nowhere. There are 2 left, and the tree has now fallen. Can I rotate this?
Is it a
tree?
bridge?
Yeah,
Is the tree
yeah,
gonna
it's
fall
a
as a
you
bridge?
chasm.
You have now managed to make, if I can get it, there we go. All right, that's good enough. You now have a tree across the chasm, and in part, no more chasm. I can't get this last one, so I
Chris
guess
jumps
it's just
on
there.
the tree
Okay.
and
I
screams
now have
victoriously. Well, he
2
can't
tree
scream because it's
tokens.
a silent image.
I'm just
but
gonna
whatever.
delete a lot. Okay, there we go.
It's like the only item I've picked up besides the book.
Here, I'm gonna switch to gray for
Well,
this.
it's a good thing you picked it up.
Victory.
Okay. So yeah, now you've got that, and you've got a little bridge. Let me do like brown maybe.
Wow.
All right, so you've managed to kill Flesh Render, though you don't get much experience for it because that was
That was
Awesome.
Using
It was
the
awesome, you mean to say.
Awesome.
using the environment to your advantage. Good
yeah.
job.
yeah. So you've killed Flesh Render, and you've got 2 Kenku. Roll for initiative.
Okay. Boop. Ah.
Wow.
Oh man.
No, Shell, you got to re-roll. That's just saying 2.
Oh, really? But I pressed the initiative button.
Well, if you move over it, it clearly didn't work.
Oh.
Yeah, there's something wrong with that one.
Initiative is what? Dex?
It's 1
Oh.
die 20 plus selected
What?
initiative overall 1.
Yeah, Shell, just roll a die 20 and add 2. Okay, so the Kenku.
Because yeah, the initiative roll is broken on my
Yeah.
my sheet for sure.
Okay,
Oh, it
well
works
that
on
wasn't any
mine.
better.
Cool. I have a low initiative and I'm prone. Listen, I took care of all the rest of them.
Let's see. So, let me just roll these guys. Okay. So Bird, you go first. You are
Okay.
kind of mid back, and you have 2 pissed off Kenku who now don't have a boss.
Well, we're fighting them, so
I imagine Greg just being like, "No, I am boss."
I could try that, but I don't think it's gonna work. It worked on a kobold.
Intimidate check.
All right. I step forward.
Okay.
Hold on.
You can control your character, I think. Yeah.
I know. I was doing the check. All right. Well, I guess we know the result. But
Okay.
still,
So
I say,
that was an intimidation.
you have no boss. Your man, he is dead, but
His-
you still have Greg.
Okay.
His greed
so,
proved to be his
so
downfall.
the one that's in front of you ain't buying it. His friend stabs him in the back.
So one of them started falling for it and got stabbed by the other. Did you roll a 1 and a 20?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so the Kenku is not having a good day. So he's down to
Just collectively, they're not having a great day.
yeah. Well, I mean, one of them might be having a good day. His loyalty. Oh yeah, and as you're listening, one more pops out. I forgot there was one more hiding in the bushes. Okay.
That's his initiative.
Sort of, yeah.
Okay, whatever. All right. Do I have any
so
more actions?
nope, that was yours.
Okay.
So this guy's pissed off. His friend has just betrayed him because you managed to win him over with your siren song of, I don't know, I'm gonna move.
Do what they say or you deed.
Yeah. So he's
charming
pissed off
smile.
singularly at you. You have brought about all of the misfortune that he has experienced today, and he's gonna whiff it at you with his falchion.
Is that the one that
let's
got
see.
stabbed?
Yeah, the one that
Yeah.
got stabbed in the butt is going for you, Bird. Seeing as
Okay.
He's bad at changing sides.
Yeah, he is.
No,
Okay.
everyone's just gonna stab him.
Okay, and so the other one in the back is gonna run up, and he's gonna go for Keith,
No.
and he's gonna hit you, and you're gonna take 10 damage.
No.
Isn't that most of his health?
It's like half.
It's not great.
How
And
much health do they have compared to me?
so these guys are tough, but you have one on your side now, so not-
You and I have the same health die.
Because my
shell.
health die is 10.
Yeah. No, yours
no,
is
yours
8.
shell.
No, but for some reason I have a 10 for hit points because of
Well, that's because you haven't leveled up yet.
Constitution.
So you're gonna have 8
Oh.
plus. You have 17 HP.
Well, that's why you don't have hit
shell.
points.
They didn't have this in the book.
They did. You just didn't pay attention.
Okay, 17.
Yep.
That's better.
They probably, I would say they probably included health calculations.
Yes. Okay, so that's that one. One that stabbed the other one in the back. Okay, so it's everybody else's turns now. All right, Skitter. Yep.
Everybody else meaning Shell
Everybody
Keith.
else's turn.
Okay.
Yeah. So everybody gets their.
I will attack
Okay.
with my
Hey.
rapier.
Very nice.
Let's see. So, was that? Oh, that was not a natural 20. That's just a regular
No.
20.
That was a regular
Okay.
20, but I did get the max
So-
amount of damage.
Okay, so you hit this guy. He's down to. Okay. Keith, your turn.
Wait, but doesn't that mean I get a crit
No.
No.
thing? No. Because I got a 19 plus 4. Oh, I see. Never mind.
I'm just gonna awkwardly roll over and cure wounds on myself.
Okay. Roll your cure wounds.
Let's see, so casting modifier.
It's 1d8 plus your wisdom.
Is there also a casting proficiency or something?
No.
Like, oh, right, that's for, like, hit chance or something.
Yeah, that's for hit chance and savings throws. Okay. you
Yeah,
get eight
almost
HP
back to
left.
good.
And then Skitter is going to. Okay, I gotta quickly look up how sneak attacks work in 5e.
Okay.
We'll be here,
It's not gonna take too long.
as if held by ransom by meat birds.
I still thought it was awesome that,
Okay.
with Drist luring them out and the tree token. Good job.
Yeah, we stumbled
yep.
upon
There we go.
victory.
Okay,
I
so,
managed to do the most badass multi-kill ever in the lamest way possible by face planting, and then getting stabbed by a bird.
so as far as I can tell, okay, yeah. So here's what I'm gonna do. So that's more than enough, and then he's gonna take a swing at the guy, and he hits. Okay, not. Okay, so Skitter kind of fades out of view. He's like kind of hiding behind the Kenku, and he stabs him in the buttocks. And then Keith, you took your turn. Shell, you took your turn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and so now it's Bird, your turn.
All right. I take great axe and I hit him and give him great axe hold.
Okay, see if you can hit.
Yes. I haven't actually equipped that yet.
So it does a die 12 damage.
Okay.
At least last time I checked. Just roll a die 12 for now. I will pull it up.
Alright. 1d12.
Let's see. Equipment. So that's armor. Weapons. Okay, Great Axe does 1 die 12 slashing, heavy two-handed.
Okay.
Wow.
Well. Yep.
Okay, so you do. Okay, so he dies. You don't cleave him in two, but there's a gash where his face was, and now he's dead. So he's dead, and the other Kenku it's his turn. He's gonna take a swing at Keith again, and he misses.
Ah!
And then his buddy, because he didn't see he didn't see his buddy stab his other buddy, his buddy's gonna miss him. Okay. And then, Shell, it's your turn.
Okay. I will attack with my rapier once more.
You miss.
Aww.
Keith?
Ah. Oh, why the stabbing? All the stabbing.
Well, you didn't get hit that time. You're just down like, what, 2 HP?
Only stabbing. Oh boy. I'm gonna hit him with poison spray.
Okay.
Oh, they better not get all of us.
Yeah, make sure poison spray isn't gonna... Well, I mean, do whatever.
What? No! Can I take
No,
an
it's just,
acrobatics roll to get out of the way?
It only has a
No.
10-foot range.
Yeah,
Oh wait, I guess that would
hit
Ten-
Shell and Skitter and new bird friend.
Wait, how does that work? Let's see.
What's it called? Poison spray?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it's poison
I don't know
spray.
if that...
Hand towards a creature. Puff of noxious gas. Oh, no, you're right. Okay.
It's not really listed as an AoE of any kind, just a
Well,
ranged
it
attack.
fails. Roll damage.
What failed? Oh, they failed the... Okay.
Yeah, the con check.
So...
It's 1d12. And 9. Ow.
Ow.
Let's see. So he's down to... Okay, so... This guy's pretty mean looking. He is pissed off that you poisoned him, but he's...
That's temporary problem.
Okay. Alright, Skitter gets advantage, and Skitter misses both times. Okay, and then friend Kenku missed. Okay, Bird, it's your turn.
Lay him down and smack him, yick him. Oh, Jesus.
Whoa.
Damn.
Ah.
Maximum damage roll.
That hit him. Yeah, remember, Bird, if you ever get a 1 or 2 with this great axe, you can,
I can use the re-roll thing.
yeah, you can re-roll it. Okay,
I
so
think
that's
his
my weapon
entire
arts.
family felt that.
I think he ate his entire family.
Oh.
Okay, let's see. So he is...
We're really doing the world a favor here.
Okay, he is going to change his mind, and he's going after Bird, and he's going to hit... got his dice somewhere. Okay, Bird, you take 7 damage.
When I leveled up, did I get all my health back or not?
Well, the rest got your health back,
Oh.
so yeah.
The rest. Oh, but I
Well,
took
well,
damage
but
because
the-
I got bear hugged earlier.
You got bear
Okay.
hugged.
Oh, yeah, so you're down 16.
I'm down to 5. Yep.
Okay. Okay, and then Shell, it's your turn.
Okay. If he's down to 5 health, that's pretty bad. So I'll use one of the potions. We acquired like a couple more from
Yep.
before, so...
Now, describe to me how you're using these potions. Do you, like, uncork it and splash it on Bird? Do you...
That's a good
Because I've
point.
just been imagining you just, like, just
Smashing
chuck him at
them
the other
on-
person.
on
just
their body.
glass
It's basically
shatters.
like Resident Evil, where you just like pour it on my hand, and then I'm like, thanks.
It's good now. Okay, okay.
You rub it on back like lotion.
Wow, your Russian accent's really fake sounding.
Yeah.
All right, so and then what is a potion? 1 die 6 or
One,
something?
1 die 8.
1 die 8
Yep, plus 1.
plus 1.
Okay, so Bird, you feel slightly less dying.
Oh yay!
Keith, your turn.
More poison spray.
All right. He
He's
is going to...
uh,
Nope, doesn't do shit to him this time around. He sneezes.
No. Oh.
Skitter's going to stab the shit out of him. Really need to have some kind of roll saving thing. Okay, that hurt him.
I need smallpox
Oh.
blankets.
Oof.
Okay,
How
and
beefy were
then
these
friend
guys?
Kenku is going to miss. All right, Birds, looping around, it's to you again.
What are the odds if I were to kick him? If I were to Sparta kick him, would he fly into the chasm?
You would kill.
You would kill Skitter.
You would kill Skitter.
The angle's kind of wrong.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It.
You'd have to kick him like 50
I'd have to
feet.
pick up Keith, move Keith, then go and Sparta kick him
Yeah.
over Skitter.
You could maybe Darth Vader Palpatine him into the pit,
If you picked him up and threw him?
but
If
that's.
you just grab him,
I mean, that one's up to you.
grapple a tiny
I know,
bird,
I mean, I do have
then
the
you will
strength to
truly
try
be
it.
the bird catcher.
It's up to you, Bird.
Uh,
It is your destiny.
Do it now.
I'd rather not this time. Okay,
Okay.
we're gonna hit him. Alright.
Do it.
You
Aw.
miss.
Yeah.
Okay. He's gonna take. Nope. Well. Okay.
Oh.
There went his weapon.
Yep. His falchion just kind of goes whizzing past you. It's now on the ground over here. It's a shitty drawing, but whatever. Yeah, that's his weapon.
That's a huge weapon.
It looks like the Falcon lost his falchion.
These are like big curved kind of semi greatsword things. They're wicked.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anyway.
That was
Shell,
more
it's
like
your
a
turn.
falchion punt.
Let's see.
Both halves of that pun sucked.
Now that he's unarmed, what do you guys say? Should I just?
You can try
Try to
picking him up
subdue-
and throwing him to the pit if you want. Is that what you're asking?
Nah, it's just
I like
that.
to
Team
think that we
effort.
all just take turns like trying to pick him up until one of us succeeds.
So I'm going to raise my rapier and point it at his now exposed throat, and I shall say, your master has been vanquished. His greed
He
proved.
kicks you. You take 6 damage and you fly backwards a little bit. And he's gonna scuttle over and grab his falchion.
Ouch! Okay, now you're gonna get no quarter.
Cue the chat bot saying Shell likes to talk.
Oh,
So, do I get to slash him now?
Nope. You wasted your turn trying to parlay, and he kicked you, and you're on the ground now.
Okay.
All right, Keith, it's your turn.
Poison spray.
All right. Let's see. And roll damage. All right. He's looking pretty bad, and he's pretty pissed.
That's
Okay.
fine. He's over there, and he's covered in poison.
Skitter's gonna skip forward and hit. And ooh, he looking bad. Okay. Let's see. So now it's
That's a lot of numbers.
I was
What's
just
going on
remembering
there?
how this fight
I-
started. Jesus Christ.
he sneak
Oh,
attacks.
it's a D4 and a D6. I was like, there's like
Yep.
there's all these different shapes.
Okay. Friend Kenku helps. So
Is that Skitter having a dual wielding attack based
No.
on two different
Oh.
weapons with
sneak
different
attack.
dice rolls?
So if you're a rogue, you can hide every action, and then you can sneak attack as long as you have an ally, distracting the enemy.
and his
so-
attack has a D4 and a D6?
Yeah, so he's got a dagger and sneak attack as a D6. Unless I'm misreading how this
Oh.
works from this Reddit post, I think he can just keep sneak attacking as long as it's a team fight against one singular dude.
Makes sense.
I'm sure we'll hear about in the comments.
Alright. Let's finish this with style. Would it be possible to put away my axe and punch him in the face?
Sure.
Okay,
I mean, you can just drop your axe to the ground or punch him with your other hand.
Just sit on him
two-handing it.
until he stops
I'll just
moving.
punch him. I'll just like shift the axe into my like left hand and just clock him with my right.
Okay.
How
Roll
do
to hit. You're
how do I
proficient in
roll?
punching, so just roll as though you're hitting with your axe, but you're going to do less damage.
Okay.
All right, you miss.
Oh.
All right, so the Kenku. Let's see. What's he gonna do? Let's see. Okay, so the Kenku.
Yeah, it
is...
looks like you get to just add a D6 to your attack if you have advantage.
Nope. Okay, so the Kenku actually tries to grab Skitter and like pick him up,
No!
but Butterfish.
Does he
Reverse
succeed?
psychology, no.
No. Skitter wriggled out of his grasp. So,
Oh, good.
Shell, it's your turn.
I'm gonna stab him in the back.
All right.
No quarter.
All right.
Come on, please. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
There you go.
You get advantage on this roll, by the way. He is distracted and not paying attention to you. So roll
That-
again.
Okay.
He's got armor on.
Eh.
Okay, you actually miss.
Oh, with
Keith.
a 16?
Yeah.
Come on.
These
You
guys
did
are-
a good.
These guys have expensive armor. And shields. Which somehow give you an armor bonus from behind. I don't question it.
What gave her advantage? Just
He
being
was turned
behind
around
him?
trying to
Yeah.
pick up Skitty.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
and she's directly behind him. You
Are they still
pretty-
both alive?
So the one facing left is
He's the ally.
Yeah, he's currently your friend. He hasn't said words to you, but he, considering how many of his friends he stabbed to get your good graces, you think you're in a good spot.
So does anyone have advantage against this guy while he's grabbing Skitter?
Shell did.
Shell did.
Because behind.
He had turned around after.
I'll have to
kicking
look
him.
up
I
flanking
totally
rules and
mixed the
stuff
two of
like
them
that.
up for a second there.
Yeah.
I could. Poison spray is probably a terrible idea. Let's just try to stab him.
Okay. So you
There's
can
a 10
kind
foot
of
reach.
weave your spear through. No, it works.
Yeah. So I don't have advantage, right?
No. You miss.
Oh, well.
Skitter is going
That
to
was
fling his
unimpressive.
dagger past Shell.
Aw.
There's now a little Skitter sticker kind of over here. All right. Friend Kenku is gonna miss. Bird, it's your turn.
For goodness sake. Our
All
One
right.
accuracy's
whole round
terrible.
of useless.
Everyone's just failing rolls for the entire turn.
Alright, instead of use fist, we use X again.
All right.
Oh.
Body spray.
And you kill him.
Oh, I should have used fist.
Your axe made his body spray.
Yeah.
We turn him into Kentucky Fried Kenku.
So he Kentucky fried.
Seriously,
Kenkus
he's
to the
from
floor.
Earth, right? That's where all these words are coming from.
Okay, and the other Kenku is going to take one look at both of you, at all of you, and he is actually going to sprint away.
Oh, that's good. I was gonna kill that guy.
Okay. Well,
It's good
first
until there's
order
more
of
Kenku.
business, let's free these people.
Okay, so the door is locked.
The door's locked.
All right, so Keith, what happened to your character? Did I accidentally delete your character or something?
I think you might have deleted my character, because I didn't.
Okay, well, let me
Did you delete my character?
All right, Keith has now exited the universe. It's now a.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
Yep. All right. Let me just fix you. All right. So, Keith, Shell,
I didn't need that
and-
body anyway.
So yeah, you guys are standing outside of this big warehouse door that seems to have been repurposed for the Kenku's holding operations, and the door is locked. I'm not even gonna have you guys ask Skitter to open it up because that's silly, and he gets it open.
Woohoo!
All right.
He does not have to roll a high number.
No, he's got like a +8.
Jeebles.
Jeez.
He's got a very high. So
Oh, they gave him beds. That's nice.
yeah, they had little beds. Well, I mean, they don't want the meat to be gross. So I don't have.
That's why they feed it meat.
I don't have NPC icons, but since you're not fighting them, hopefully, I think we're okay.
Wishful thinking on the GM's part. DM. Crap.
Okay.
I always say
And the
DM.
brown one in the back
Dungeon
is the guy
Master,
you were
but-
talking to. Yeah, GM or DM both work. So it's a bunch of humans. They seem. I guess there might be like some other races. It's like a human, 2 humans, a dwarf, and a halfling, and they
He's
all look
equal opportunity cannibal.
Yeah. So they all look actually fairly well fed, but they also look like they've probably been drugged. They've got kind of like half-lidded gazes, and they're just kind of sitting there being like, eh. And then there's the
Oh,
wizard in the
he's
back,
sipping.
who has also been drugged, but seems to kind of be maybe a little bit more alert. And then there's another door in between you and them, and Skitter's gonna bung that one open too. So now you have access to a bunch of people that
Access.
Yeah, well, you can
I like
reach
how
them.
you said that.
I don't know what you do, Keith.
Okay.
So the wizard is going to kind of like drag himself over, and he's going to be like, "So you've killed the beast. I must say, I'm surprised. I was
Well,
asking
I'm right
you to
here.
free me, not kill everyone. But you know what? Whatever works, works."
It was
Damn
mostly
straight.
gravity.
We were just letting you out. You're gonna criticize the way we do it? Fine, you can let your own self out.
He sighs, and then Yep, he's just gonna sit there.
So,
does someone need help getting out of jail cell? I would like step in and then step back out and then step back in. Look at this. Look at me go.
You're kind of a dick. You're
Okay.
a real shitty paladin.
This is him on a good day, apparently.
it seems as though that you're not quite entirely yourselves. Were you
Of
given
course not. They drugged us.
And when were you captured and where?
I've been here for 2 days. They caught me when I was investigating the area.
Were you, by any chance, down south?
South? What, in the Lake District? No one's gotten in there for weeks. No one's been able to.
We found the wizard down there.
Lizard?
We found other wizards down there,
found-
or at least their corpses.
Wizard.
Oh. He's thinking for a moment. He's pulling from the list of NPC names.
It was a wizard's lizard.
You must have found Harkill then. Was he all
Yes,
right?
the Herald Angel sing.
Unfortunately, he had passed on, but not before an illusion was cast over his body.
He always would do that. Like to blend in, that man.
He had this on him. I procure the black wand of sorts.
So he was a pretend zombie.
Oh, well that complicates things then.
Huh?
Okay, well, keep that on you. You'll need that later.
I'll need this.
Yes, he's like trying to say words, but he can't. He looks like possibly forcibly tongue-tied.
Oh.
He like kind of
interesting.
moves his jaw open. And he's kind of like fish mouthing it, and he's like, "Yeah." So anyway, keep it with you. You'll need it. In fact, let's see if you can find some.
It just looks like this offensive impression of our party member.
What?
He's fish mouthing.
Oh,
Hey.
I wasn't even thinking about it. Yeah. Anyway, keep it with you. Anyway. So
Redacted.
he is like very tongue-tied. He very clearly is surprised that you have this thing.
Can I detect magic?
Are you detecting magic on the rod?
On him? I mean, it's
Okay.
4 things
So you're detecting
within
magic.
30
So
feet.
the way detect magic works is the longer you stare at it, the more you can kind of figure it out. So you can detect. So first, you actually detect something odd. So one, the rod is quite magical, but you don't know what kind it is. It seems to have. It's weird.
Okay.
And the other thing is, as you stare at him and you look at him, detect magic actually blinks off the moment you look at his hands. He's got some handcuffs on, and it stopped the spell, and then ate it possibly.
Wait, he has handcuffs.
Yeah, he's got handcuffs on.
Oh, he's got bindings that are sapping magic.
He kind of shakes them
I
out.
don't know that.
Oh.
Yeah,
Here, we must remove these somehow.
that would be nice. I would greatly appreciate that.
All right. Any kind of key or mechanism
Well,
or?
I presume you just kicked
Skitter.
the key off into the pit.
Uh-oh.
And
Oh.
Skitter steps forward and bungs the handcuffs off
Jesus.
instantly.
He takes them off like it's that ring trick.
Yeah.
Na 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 na.
Why, thank you. And now does he have his wits about him again?
He is still drugged, but he can cast magic, which is kind of useless because he's a
But
wizard, so there's not a whole lot of
It
anti-poison.
won't allow him to tell us what the rod is.
No.
Oh.
I'm afraid I'm not at liberty to tell you what that thing is or what it's even for. I'm not even sure if it'll work for you. Anyway, if you wanna, I can at least tell you this: head to the Mages District if it's still there, and if you can find a man named let's see, if you can find a man named Drathis, he will instruct you on how to use that thing. If you don't somehow manage to find out what it does beforehand, maybe.
Do you think that he has antidote for the drug in Hull? I point to the building just to the south of us.
Wait. What?
If there's a antidote, you mean?
Oh.
I don't know.
No, this will wear off in a couple of hours. They just keep us drugged every time they feed us. And their, feeding is not optional.
Oh.
Oh,
Yes.
Oh no.
Foie gras. I poke him in the stomach.
It is plump.
I'm just imagining the visual of a bird man regurgitating down a human's throat.
Oh!
Because they're bird people doing force feeding. And it's chopped up human.
That's fucked up.
That's the scenario
The wizard
you set
says
up.
that.
You're the one that set up the scenario.
I didn't
This
think about
fucked
it.
up, dude.
I was thinking about cannibal birds. I wasn't thinking about how they
it's
plumped
both
up
probably not only is it they're probably being force-fed puke, but it's human puke.
But they don't want to give the
'Cause it's
human
like all-
meat to them because they.
Let's never speak of that ever
Nope, that's the
again.
title of the video.
I can't
That's the
imagine
title
how
of the
they
video.
fucking have any wits about them.
Okay.
Ugh.
I'll also ask.
It's really fucked up.
Now, it seems that in your company there is a halfling and a dwarf. We also heard that there were drow inhabiting the area.
Drow. Well, they must have come up from the caverns below the city then. Lucky bastards.
What has happened here? We were brought in by Deluge.
He was looking for Drow. We sent him down pit. He found Drow. Problem solved. We actually did good things.
No, he probably
don't
died
think
on
he
the way
found
down.
Drow down there.
What do you think he found?
Well,
I think he found God.
below the warehouses are the slums, and they've been flooded since day one. So he found.
Oh, he found water.
He found water. And let's be honest, he might be able to float, but he sure as hell can't swim.
My man.
Yeah,
Zing.
you're still a dick.
Oh, well, why don't we go check the loot that was promised to us?
Okay,
Um,
so
Will you be able to find your way to safety?
obviously,
Oh, yeah.
yes.
Oh. Fine,
Wow, look
whatever.
who's a dick now.
Well, I'm not saying the wizard isn't also a dick. He's just drugged.
Fine, you can go fuck yourself.
Where are the remaining human settlements?
I like.
I mean, I haven't left Zagnoth since it fell. I've been working here.
How many were left? I mean, after the fall.
I don't know. We haven't had any contact with any other of the mages guilds, or really anyone else for that matter. We've been cut off, so to speak, from a lot of things, and we haven't been able to contact anybody. In fact, our entire internal structure fell, and I haven't even been able to get back to the mages' quarters. I've been busy. I've been busy.
So
Been busy being here, or alright, I'm not in the room. I don't
Yeah.
talk to asshole.
You're elsewhere.
I don't talk to Ethel.
so all the citizenry is just scattered and monsters.
Dead mostly.
Oh,
Yes. It's quite tragic, really.
and what caused this? We noticed that in the town that we were in prior, the port, there was some kind of magic keeping the citizens in an undead state.
Make a persuasion check.
Persuasion.
Yep.
Okay.
Should be easy. He's a damn addict.
You notice he's staring at Keith, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, he's not fully convinced.
Oh.
Actually, I guess he's not convinced at all. He's like,
Can I add a +1 to that? No, I can't.
all
That won't help.
all I know about what happened, how it happened, was one day the whole city sank into the ground. Earthquakes everywhere, I'm sure you've seen the signs. And then it flooded, and everyone died. And then they came back from the dead, which has not been kind. to the survivors.
Wait, so you didn't believe that we saw the undead, and now you're saying that there's undead?
No, he believed you saw the undead.
Okay, then what didn't he believe me
I don't
about?
I don't know.
Okay.
You mean the persuasion?
Yeah.
No, he's roll a. Is there like a sense motive or something like that? Insight, I think it is.
Okay.
Roll an insight. Yeah, it's probably enough. You kind of know he's not telling you nearly anything.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot. He's not willing to tell you everything. Suffice to say.
All right then.
Well, I hope you found this conversation as riveting as I have. Now, unless you happen to have some means of getting rid of this poison or disease, I think I'd like to sleep this off and then be on my way before some other creature decides to come in here, fat me up, and then presumably eat me. And he's gonna kind of crawl back.
So we can both tell that he's not telling us the truth.
Well, yeah. You can both tell he might. He was telling you the truth. He just wasn't telling you everything.
Not the whole truth. He was parsing his words. I bet the mages had something to do with this.
No, let's call him on it.
Okay.
What are you hiding?
He looks at you and he chuckles and is like, lots of things. What are you hiding, druid?
Oh, I see how it's gonna be.
He's staring you down.
I do not understand what's
Wow.
going on.
Is there any in-universe thing I should know about why?
I mean,
like
all
casting
things
rivalries,
considered,
or is it something
you're more
unrelated?
of a shaman, though you kind of realize that the detail is probably lost on this guy. But you're a tribal shaman for the Blightclaw clan, and you have no idea what the political standing is between, the standard druid circles and the wizards guilds and such like that.
This is Drez we're talking about here. He's more obsessed with putting his name on every bathroom on the entire planet.
Listen, I was here.
He was here like so
Yes, I
far.
can't argue with that.
Oh, I'm so tempted. It just seems like a bad idea. I was tempted to cast Charm Person on him. But he's a wizard, so it seems like it'd go very poorly.
You
Well,
can try.
Nah, go for it, man. He's drugged up. You can kick his ass.
Fucking wisdom saving throw. But he is all fucked up and foggy, too.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Let's try it. Whatever.
Okay, you cast Charm
Let's have
Person on him.
fun.
Now that's a savings throw, right?
Yeah, of wisdom.
Okay.
Whatever
He
state
is
his
now
brain's in.
very solidly your friend. He he looks at you and then he blinks and he's like, "I'm sorry, that must have come off as terribly rude. Look, I've had a day. I've had a week. Look, my friends are dead. I mean, you told me Harkul died. He was like my best friend, and I guess I'm in the market for a new best friend. So let's start this over.
Can I overhear these points?
No, you're outside.
Oh.
You're so far
Unless
away.
you want to come back in.
Nope, he doesn't. He has no reason to think he should.
Yeah, that's true.
Exactly.
It's like every time I walk away.
Yep.
Okay. So okay. So you want answers. I have answers. What do you want to know?
I want you to tell me everything you think can help us in here.
Get out of here. That's the easy one.
What caused the flood and the sinking of the city?
I'm not sure, but everybody says the Reclaimers, and everything I find points to the Reclaimers. And I'm not one to jump to conclusions. That's why I'm here. I'm
Who are-
looking for information.
Who are the Reclaimers?
Crazy druid sect. They hate pretty much everything about
You
civilization.
said crazy druid sex.
Crazy druid sect.
Sect. S-E-C-T. I'm getting a lot of flack in the comments for how creepy I'm making this. I'm like, look, this is just like normal wording. It's just
I am a wizard.
anyway.
Crazy Druid sect hates everybody, and they hate Sagnoth. They hate everyone, and so from what I know is they sunk the city, and then they tried to flood it, and we managed to keep at least part of the city together, and we've been trying to round up the survivors and get them out of here, all the while, trying to find the Reclaimers to stop them, but if they're elusive, we can't find them.
And are the
So
Reclaimers...
I've never heard of them before.
No, you have never heard of the
Okay.
Reclaimers, but you also never
And I
really spoke
would
to a
walk
non-lizard
by
folk
them.
up until today.
Yeah.
And are the Reclaimers a mixture of various races?
Oh, yes.
And
They see themselves as I guess nature's chosen, and anyone that can pass their stringent trials, I guess, gets to be a Reclaimer. Not that means much. They seem to use them up and throw them away like footmen in a war, I guess.
that would explain the Dryads from earlier. And also, we got the stone back, right?
Which one?
The greenstone.
The greenstone? No, Irto still had that.
Oh.
I
They
think he
seem
did.
bad at being druids.
I thought that he had given it back to Bird's character.
Bad at being druids. If anything, they're great at being druids. Have you seen this place?
Mm-hmm.
They're sending us all back to nature, one way or another.
Oh.
Then how would that explain the undead?
I don't know about that one. That was Harkle's job. It has something to do with the food.
The food?
Yeah. Word for the wise, don't eat anything in any of these warehouses.
Okay.
Wah, wah, wah.
We
Oh.
ate rations that we had brought with us, right? First, before the bad
How
food?
long
That's
ago
all
did how long ago did you eat those rations?
Well, I only had my rations.
Skitter ate something out of a barrel.
Skitter ate something out of a barrel.
I literally haven't picked up rations while I've been here.
Irtos had sent you some. But he looks at
Yeah.
you. He's like, "You're probably fine. Most people start puking up blood maybe about a minute after. So
Oh.
I think you're
so
okay."
Skitter's fine.
Yeah. Skitter is very, very like
Skitter's having
cautiously
a-
like patting himself down. He's like,
Skitter's having a panic attack.
you see he has one of the 2 healing potions he got earlier, and he's like considering drinking one just to be sure.
Oh my god.
So the food has been poisoned.
Cursed.
To put it lightly, look, there's a warehouse behind this one. He points like directly behind his shoulder. You'll find it by the smell. If you want to know why you don't want to eat the food, go there. I found that one first, and
What, something's packaging it? Okay. Well, thank you for your insight. We'll be sure to only have the rations that we brought with us.
that would be wise. Check them beforehand. I don't know. Just be safe. Don't die. We need every good person we can get down here.
Okay, well, we should get going because he's going to be real mad at us in about an hour.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna go like drag himself over and take a nap.
Because
Okay.
after an hour, the person becomes aware of the charm person.
Yeah.
Oh, funny.
That's such a funny drawback. Okay, so you guys are going to go into
The chest!
you're gonna go to the chest. You now have like I said, Flesh Render is a straight shooter. There are 10,000 gold pieces in there.
Jeebles. Creebles.
It's really heavy.
Thankfully, I was
Well-
also a straight shooter.
Well,
Almost.
Let's divvy it out evenly so that we can lighten the load.
Or the
Alright.
opposite, really.
Are we divvying it to Skitter too, or just us 3?
I mean,
Yeah, we need to come up with whether or not Skitter gets a wage.
Yeah, really.
without his assistance, we will have been barred from so many doors and chests.
All
He's
right.
just-
Oh yeah,
Deserving of some
the chest
reward.
is locked. I forgot about that part. Okay,
Oh,
Skinner
so
opened
he
it.
has-
Oh, okay,
to unlock
okay. He should probably get a cut. I think that's fair. Let's do an
Skinner
even
like
four-way
has
split.
his arms into his elbows, and he's like just kind of swirling his hands around. He's got like a
much
very
would a kobold
blissful
carry?
expression on his face. He's like, "This is the best." Bar
See,
none.
little man, you stick with Greg and you get the best. That was supposed to rhyme, but I couldn't come up with a word that rhymed
That's
with Greg.
okay. It didn't
He's
need
gonna
to.
go gold crazy.
Elwin, words that rhyme with Greg, go.
Beg.
Leg. Yeah,
Neg.
beg.
You stick
Peg.
with Greg, you don't need to beg. High five.
He high fives you in a shower of gold.
A drag.
So he, bit of character backstory.
In slow motion.
He is a street urchin, so that hit real close to home. He is down. Okay.
Oh, you said beg.
Yeah.
How much was it? 10,000.
10,000 gold. You guys are rich.
Jeez.
I was not expecting you kill Flesh Render, and you guys would have earned it if you had sold your souls and found the Drow and sold them off. So I don't know. Anyway,
Anything else interesting? in
yeah.
here?
So you're looking
More
around.
chests.
There's a lot
Man.
of shit in here.
Those player characters sure are dangerous to a D&D campaign.
Okay. Let
The
me see.
stupider
So
the player characters, the more
Shell.
dangerous your campaign is.
so
never
Shell-
thought they'd get killed by a distraction via strip teasing Drist.
What? Yeah. The na 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 na. Drist was just yeah.
All
okay.
right, Shell, what you find?
So Shell, you find a small bag. It honestly, it looks like the bag of goo, but it's
Oh,
not as gooey.
Oh God.
Aw. Oh, I forgot about my bag of goo.
It's
I
not
didn't
as
use it.
gooey.
You find a
Is it the bag of graphical user interface?
let me see. So a lot of the stuff I'm giving to you guys are
They're the watcher
yeah.
generated items?
Unfortunately, I kind of need to sit through this list because it's been filtering in this week, and a lot of people have suggested some awesome things that are very much not for D&D. Like +3 to
Too
charm, that doesn't mean anything.
powerful.
Anyway, so you get a
Charm.
yeah, exactly. I guess it kind of works with diplomacy.
Plus
but
3 persuasion. That'd be a nice trinket.
This
be really
cape, this
powerful.
cape gives me 10
That would
renegade
be-
points.
That would be an insane trinket.
Okay, so you find an amulet.
Okay. Ooh.
Okay, I gotta write these down.
Holy shit.
Okay, you find an amulet. You find some goggles.
Was it tonight that took the weirdest turn?
I think every night's taking weird ass turns.
Amulet.
We started
Goggles.
with like talking to Papyrus and Sans, but without any jaws or puns. And it
Okay,
ended with
so-
us killing somebody by growing a tree very aggressively at them.
Yeah, night one we night one we played a dungeon backwards. Night 3 we one shot a boss.
Okay.
Jesus.
Okay, and okay, so you got the amulet, the goggles, and you find 5 throwing daggers.
Ooh. I lost my other throwing dagger, so yeah.
Did you throw them?
Okay, they're let me describe these because these are fancy daggers. They look they actually look kind of really expensive. They have like glittering black blades and they've got
Ooh.
leather wrapped handles and they're all in a sheath actually. Like you can strap it to your leg
Okay, cool.
and they've got like silver embossing in them and stuff like that. And
And what are their stats?
they're throwing daggers. You don't know what else is special about them. You need to
Oh.
find somebody to identify things for you.
Oh, okay. Very well. And the amulet?
I mean, it's a golden amulet. It's actually kind
the
of a
amulet
weird
of Taco
amulet.
Tuesdays.
So the amulet it's a hexagon,
Ooh.
and in the hexagon are a pair of golden lips.
Lips?
Lips.
Ew.
Yep. I mean,
Dang.
it's not that weird looking. It just kind of like if you had like kind of
What race?
Kind
Is
of.
it basically like that Rolling Stones symbol, but gold?
Maybe.
All right.
All right. Well, I already have a ring with a door. Well, a pair of doors on it, and an amulet with lips.
Let me see. I think. No. Those are really like aggressive lips. These are like barely contoured. It took a bit of looking at it to.
Aggressive.
Well, like the Rolling Stones ones are like, big puffy lips. These are like very low profile lips that are like, they're not really even lips.
Kobold
it's just kind
lips.
of obviously a mouth.
Ah, interesting. And what do the goggles do?
So you're gonna put on the goggles?
I'm just gonna like look through them. I'm not gonna put them on.
Okay, so it's totally pitch black when you're looking at them.
Weird.
Oh, I left the cap on.
If it was like a camera.
Are you gonna keep messing with them, or are you just gonna?
Well, I already used my detect magic for the day, unfortunately.
Well, detect magic is a ritual, so you can keep casting it as much as you
okay,
want. It
I'll
just
detect
takes a
magic
minute.
on my items.
Okay, so it's all magical.
Ah.
Okay, the longer you look, the amulet is divination. The gauntlets are also divination, and the throwing knives are.
I mean the goggles. Okay.
He has
Yeah,
all
the-
this
the goggles.
divination stuff, and he couldn't see us kicking his ass.
Yeah. And then the daggers are. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know the spell schools from D&D. I'm getting them
Dude,
mixed
it's
up with
fine.
so
We're at
like
the end of a
alteration. If you
3-hour
guys have
session.
played Skyrim, I think it was alteration. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, we just hit 3 hours, so.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I will give the goggles to Skitter so that he can put them on his head.
Okay. He puts them on his face and starts like kind of freaking out a bit. He's
What?
like, I'm blind, and he like kind of bumps into a box, and he's like, I can see myself. This is weird.
Wait, you can see yourself?
Yep.
I want. Give me. I put him on.
Okay, you put them on. So you can see Skitter. And
One size
you're over
fits
here.
all goggles.
So you can see. It's really weird. You can see yourself. You can see the whole party. You can kind of see from like this angle. If that makes sense.
I see what you're saying. Mhm.
Ah.
So, like, from that chair, it's like the cone. The
It's
sight cone.
it's the box.
Yep.
It takes a bit. So anything you touch, you can now see from
That's bizarre.
through the goggles.
That would be an
Wow.
interesting thing to use for, say, spying on someone.
That is a really cool item.
It's like a spy drone.
But you have to make contact with whatever you want to see from.
Yeah. Damn,
So, like,
those are cool.
Oh my god, if I touched a tree token and then threw it, then I could see 60 feet in the air.
Well, no, because it would wear off, because it's you see through the token, not the tree.
Shush.
You can't just solve all your goddamn problems in this game with tree
Yeah,
tokens.
you're-
just 'cause you
you're-
solved
No,
one.
but I can solve 3 of them that way.
Your sight would probably be in the dirt. You
Yeah.
might be able to spot a worm.
Yeah. Well, this seems like a
Alright.
good place to rest because it has a door we can
Is there
lock.
any more loot? Or is
I
this
mean,
pretty
there's a
much
golden
tapped out?
share.
No way were we taking
I'll
that with
pass.
us.
Carry the chair. I am going to lock the door.
Okay, the door. It's more like it's got a bar, like you can
That's-
bar the door.
It's literally the safest place we've been so far.
We.
And bird dies.
What?
No, Greg. What will we
wanted to
do
go
without
see
your
what
slowly
happened to
developing
Flesh
story about
when
being
the-
fucking crazy?
Hey everyone. Hey everyone, thanks for watching the 3rd episode of Grave of Man. Hope you guys had a lot of fun with it. This is definitely starting to go interesting places, and I think we're all having a lot of fun, and I hope you guys are too. So I guess just a couple of notes, honestly, just kind of rehashing things that you guys should have heard last episode, but we've got a Discord and a subreddit currently. Still haven't gotten any further on the iTunes, Google Play, anything else thing. But so if you guys do want to participate some more with the community and kind of suggest names or items or just interact with me and everybody else, check out the links below. And yeah, I don't know, it's fun. We've got a fair number of people on the Discord. Subreddit's kind of quiet, but I've gotten a lot of name submissions there and a lot of items there. And I'd just like to reiterate the offer. If any of you guys are like signal boosting this in any way, shape, or form, I'd be glad to include your character, your name, or your item, or whatever, specifically in the campaign. Otherwise, I'm still pulling it out of the hat. But helping promote this show gets you to the front of the line, I guess. So I guess if you do want to show up in the campaign in some way, shape, or form, or contribute, that would be wonderful. And I guess with that, that's all I have to say for this episode. So thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you guys next time. And of course, if you want to watch this live, it's 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at twitch.tv/Wanderbot. So if you do want to watch these shows live instead of watching them after the fact, go there at Saturday 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and come hang out. It's a lot of fun. And like I was saying, see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.